2025 was a year of promise for Granger football. They raced to a 7-4 record and advanced to the second round of the playoffs. Then it all came crashing down as their head coach packed up and went back to California.
You better tackle him.
Veteran head coach Mateo is left picking up the pieces and turning the Lancers back into a winner. Tonight, they head to Syracuse to face a Titans team that is built on a foundation of toughness and skill. It's the Lancers and the Titans as we kick off week 2 of Thursday Night Lights.
Welcome aboard America First Credit Union's Thursday Night Lights. We are at Syracuse High School. Got a good matchup as these two teams looking for the first wins of the season. Granger taking on the Titans. Dave Fox along with Alema Harrington. Jenna Fink will join us on the sideline shortly. And Alema, we talk about this Granger team. They were really rising. It's been a little bit of struggle to get things going. Look, the best player on this team is Moa Havili. He's headed to your alma mater, BYU. But Ethan Sam's going to need to step up if Alema Mateo is going to get a victory tonight.
Well, no question. You talk about kind of a regime change with Alema Mateo coming in and taking over this program. You're looking for leaders all over the place. Obviously, Moa Havili is going to be one of those, but you want to have a guy in your backfield that can lead the way by example. Ethan Sam, he's coming off a 100-yard performance last week, and he's got a young, relatively inexperienced offensive line, so a lot of this is going to be yards after contact, and if he can do those kinds of things, that gets your sideline and your crowd involved. Those are some of the things that Granger will need in this game tonight.
Kind of the same situation on the other side for Syracuse. Caleb Hall, probably their best player. He's committed to Utah. But Ledger Wright at quarterback. Alema, Ledger's going to need to step it up tonight.
Yeah, 200 yards last week in the air, and of course, 3 touchdowns in that game. And the biggest thing about what they're coming off of, speaking of Syracuse, is a tough loss where you lose, can't convert on a 2-point conversion to get the win on the road against Wood Cross. And as I talk to the coaching staff, they're all kind of rallying right now, and this is your rally leader right now, is your quarterback, Ledger Wright.
Home opener for Syracuse. They expect a huge crowd tonight, and we expect an awesome broadcast coming your way. That's right, it's Thursday Night Lights. Syracuse, Granger, and it's coming your way right now on KJazz TV and streamed all over the place. America First Credit Union's Thursday Night Lights is brought to you by America First Credit Union, U of U Marketing, Mr. Mac, and Performance of Bountiful.
Catch highlights from tonight's game and more from across the country at Friday Night Rivals on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok, and Friday Night Rivals on X.
It's time to choose Performance Automotive. And this summer, you can lease a 2026 Honda CR-V LX for just $290 per month for 36 months. Visit Performance Honda in Bountiful to find out more. Honda, just one more reason to choose Performance.
Hey guys, did you know that America First Credit Union is Utah's #1 auto lender? And if you finance a vehicle right now, you don't have to make a payment for 90 days. So it's the perfect time to get your teen in a vehicle, or maybe you upgrade your family's ride. And with America First's flexible options, competitive rates, and unbeatable service, you're going to get a lot more mileage out of your money.
Yeah, we know.
Hey man, you good? Alema.
Specialty is branded title, insurance buybacks. Customers save thousands of dollars, get a newer car, lower miles. We hand pick every vehicle. We look at the before auction photos, and we're transparent. We show our customers those before auction photos. It's 3 different inspections. We love to help people. Customer service is at the top for us. We strive to do our best. We want that customer coming back. That's the exciting and the motivating thing for me and for the dealership.
At altitude, the air is thinner, the view is clearer, and the stakes are higher. Here at the University of Utah, possibility doesn't wait for permission. It fuels breakthroughs in heart health. It reimagines reality around the world. It shapes policy and fuels discovery. It drives artistic freedom, inspiring creators and enriching our culture. From the beating heart of Salt Lake City, across the nation and beyond, this is Impact at Altitude.
Talking about mental health can be hard, but it doesn't need to be. Maybe it's a friend, maybe it's a partner, maybe it's you struggling with sadness or addiction or suicidal thoughts. Doesn't make you less, and with the right help, it can get better. Together, 2 News and Promise to Live want to help you start conversations, make a commitment, and save lives. So come on, Utah, let's talk with an eye on mental health.
Eye on Mental Health is sponsored by Merit Medical.
It's time to choose Performance Automotive. And this summer, you can lease a 2026 Honda Accord LX sedan for just $225 per month for 36 months. Visit Performance Honda in Bountiful to find out more. Honda, just one more reason to choose performance.
It is the home of the Titans, Syracuse High School, and it's the home opener tonight as the Titans take the field looking for their first victory after losing by a single point on a missed 2-point conversion a week ago at Woods Cross. And they'll be battling Granger. The Lancers also looking for their first victory as they had to travel to a really good Salem Hills team last week and fell in that game. Let's go down to the new member of our broadcast team, Jenna Fink, on the sidelines with head coach Mitch Tulane of Syracuse.
Coach, you're coming off a loss to Woods Cross where you had a chance to win it on a 2-point conversion late. What lessons are you taking from that game into this one?
I just think we got to stay aggressive. We practiced aggressive. We went for the win. Came up short last week, but that just carried over. We're going to stay aggressive because I believe in our kids.
You talked about the physicality that Granger has. How do you match that tonight?
Speed. That's it. That's what the kids start fast, start physical, and then try to run them off the field.
All right, Coach. Thank you so much. Dave.
Thank you, Jenna, so much. Coach's Corner brought to you by Southern Utah University. Take your next big step on campus or online. Discover more at southernutah.edu. Let's take a look at our keys to the game. Brought to you by American First Credit Union. Alema, our keys to the game. What do you have for us?
Well, if we're talking about Granger, it's going to be give me Moa, and that means Moa Havili. He's going to be all over the field. He's going to be your leader on and off the field, meaning on the sideline as well. For Syracuse, live and learn. Just like we talked about that 2-point conversion. The aggressiveness, you love that. You're always going to be aggressive on the road trying to get the win. But what are the lessons that you learned as far as execution is concerned? You take those lessons and you apply them to this game.
We are set to begin. That is number 7, K.O. Prom, back to receive the kickoff. Parker Moffitt is back there with him. And Thursday night football, man, it's a great way to start the weekend, right? And here we go. And it will be Prom. Drops the ball, but scoops it back up, and here he comes. K.O. Prom with a terrific return up past the 30, finally upended, but not before he gets to the 32-yard line. Let's take a look at our players to watch. First of all, for the Syracuse offense, brought to you by American First Credit Union.
Well, let's talk about Ledger Wright. We talked about off the top of the broadcast. He's going to be the leader as a quarterback in this game. Parker Moffitt, one of the wide receivers and main targets. And then Kyle Prom, who already saw run the ball. Yeah, he looked pretty good, and he ran the ball well last week, had a 100-yard game.
I don't mean to laugh, but I love those shots that Hu Tran gets for us, of the players to watch for the game. And Ledger White's going to come out throwing, and he's got Prom. And Prom's got room. And K.O. up near midfield. In fact, they'll probably spot it just shy of midfield. That is a Next Gen Motors first down, built on trust, driven by you. Let's take a look at the players to watch for the Granger defense, brought to you by America First Credit Union, and a work in progress after that 16-yard pickup.
We'll take a look at every level here from our defensive line. Moa Havili plays both sides of the line, BYU commit. Then Sea Kofi. Kofi is the linebacker. He's going to be leading the charge there. And Vehikite in the defensive backfield.
Boy, you just look at Havili, and he is massive. But Ledger White takes it to the house on the next play. 51-yard touchdown, and Syracuse is already on the board.
Well, Mitch Tulane, he talked about how you're going to deal with the physicality. He said we're going to do it with speed. And so you get a nice run from Prom to start things off, followed up by a quarterback keeper from Ledger Wright, and he takes it to the house. White for the touchdown.
Well, Ledger White had 3 scores last week from the quarterback position, and he starts things off tonight by getting Syracuse into the end zone, covering half the field. Oh, the point after is gone hinky here, but they throw for it.
How about that? Can't get the two-point conversion to win the game last week. But you come out on a busted play and get the two-point conversion. When I said the key to the game is live and learn, well, you lived and you learned right there.
And that was Carson Lake who threw the ball. He's the holder. And talk about a heads-up play. Just mishandled it. And here he goes.
Great execution on that fire play. Sometimes those take a while to kind of get them, well practiced, because special teams is one of the last things that you're putting in as you're going through fall camp. That was perfectly executed fire play. You get a bad snap like that, and the guy who's the holder, he's the one that makes the call. He says fire or whatever the call is to indicate that it's been a bad snap, and so go into your breakout routes, and they did a perfect job executing that.
And William Norton, the senior linebacker and running back in on special teams, is the one who hauled it in. So I doubt that was on his bingo card before this game started today, but it certainly worked out. Let's take a look at our scoring summary on this drive. It was a quick one. 2 plays, 67 yards, and the 51-yard run by the quarterback, Ledger White. All right, now we'll see what Granger can do, and it starts on the return as Thomas Biakite. Good return here. He's all the way up near midfield, so 2 good returns for each team, and Granger is set up nicely.
Biakite does a really nice job just kind of finding the soft spots in that coverage. There's a flag on the play. We'll see what it is and whether it's going against Granger or Syracuse. Most times it's going to go against the return team. Looks like a blindside hit. So after a nice return, they'll back it up.
Well, while they mark this off, take a look at our players to watch. First of all, Lemma, for the Granger offense.
Well, we talk about all the guys, whenever we're talking about guys to watch. Mohafili, big number
look
62,
at the size of him
in this. And he's not shy about where he's going to school, as you can see on his helmet. Baseni Makoni at the quarterback position, and he's just a sophomore, so he's got some growing to do. And then Ethan Sam, we talked about his 100-yard game last week.
High snap, and the ball is fumbled and scooped up, and nearly a scoop and score were it not prevented by a heads-up play on that Granger offense. But what a disastrous start, already down 8-0, and now they hand the ball back to Syracuse inside the 20-yard line.
Well, Jack Benoit, just a sophomore, has great instincts as he comes in, and that was a mesh point situation in the backfield where the quarterback and the running back just could not get the handoff.
Wow,
certainly not the way Granger wanted to start this game.
Not at all. And after the turnover, now Syracuse has the football, 1st and goal, just inside the 10. And White's going to hand this one off, going around that left side. Got a path, and K.O. Prom scores again.
Brom gets a nice blocking up front, but he's going to take this outside. Once he hits the edge, there's nobody going to catch him as he gets to the corner of the end zone. Brom, again, just a sophomore, so young talent. Can't wait to see what he looks like in a couple of years. He's got great instincts as a back. Got either a number or an equipment issue. They're sending one of the players for Syracuse on that interior line back to the sideline.
So already 14-0, and they'll try to get the point after this time. Jeb Butler to kick it. Carson Lake, the holder, threw one on the last attempt, and this one is up and through. So a 16-0 lead, and we're just a couple of minutes into this game. Syracuse all over it on American First Credit Union's Thursday Night Lights.
Welcome to Sugar House Furniture, where we've been selling solid wood furniture at affordable prices for over 30 years. Whether you need a single piece or an entire room, find what you're looking for at Sugar House Furniture, your Mission Furniture specialist.
You are assigned to labor in the Japan Tokyo North.
From the announcement to your first fitting, we've been with you from the start. Every new mile walked, every new language learned, the changes you make and the changes you bring. We love helping you prepare for the next chapter and hearing your stories when you return. So here's to more happy goodbyes and tearful reunions. Thank you for taking us with you.
Welcome to Sugar House Furniture, where we've been selling solid wood furniture at affordable prices for over 30 years. Whether you need a single piece or an entire room, find what you're looking for at Sugar House Furniture, your Mission Furniture specialist.
Hey, KO Prom, running back safety. I go to Syracuse High. AKA Baby K. I'm evil! Yeah!
Oh, Baby K. Player cards brought to you by Weber State University. Build the future you want to see. And Jenna Fink, nice start to this game for KO Prom.
Only a sophomore. He was on the team as a freshman last year, and with the junior high being a little bit away from the high school, he used to bike 3.5 miles in order to get to practice, and then 5 miles home. Talk about dedication for the young sophomore.
That sounds like one of those, in my day, I walked.
You wait till Gail Prom is like he's a grandpa. That's going to be like
20
miles that I had
to ride my bike.
I love it.
Thanks, Jenna. 5 miles uphill both ways. Oh, boy, Granger having all sorts of trouble here, and not much on that return. They'll have the ball 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. But KO, what a fun kid. Baby K's.
Yeah, great talent. Obviously played as a freshman, now in his sophomore campaign. As I said, he's going to continue to mature. Can't wait till he's a junior and a senior with all of that experience under his belt. Now, if you're Granger right now, it's time for a hard reset. On that sideline, Coach Alemateo is telling his group, he's like, okay, we're pressing the reset button. We're going to start the game right now.
There you go. Speaking of which, Jazz season's coming up, not too distant future. Thanks for that, Alema. Alema, of course, will be on the broadcast there, pre-half and post, as the defense stacks them up. And Alema, let's take a look at the players to watch for the Syracuse defense, brought to you by America First.
Well, you talk about their safeties. They got a couple of good ones, Hall and Moffitt. Hall, of course, committed to the University of Utah.
Look at the gloves.
He's got a great motor. Moffitt is a great safety, got good ball hawk instincts. And Jack Benoit, the linebacker, he's the one that came up with that big fumble recovery already in this game. And he is just a sophomore.
So no gain or loss on that play. 2nd down, 10. And McConey again hands off. And again, there is no room on this defensive line. Tay Burgoyne, the first one there to plug up that hole.
I think one of the things that you're trying to develop early is your offensive line and the cohesiveness. We talked about how many players were coming in late to this program, speaking of Granger, and you're trying to get all of those things kind of settled in, and it's going to take some time. But talking to Alemateo as he took over this program, he said, this is what the preseason is for. Like, we're going to take some lumps here, but we're going to learn some lessons along the way, and right now it's kind of learning time.
They are. So 3rd and long. And McConey trying to make something happen. And McConey's just got nowhere to go. Ball's out again.
Oh,
and another turnover. You were just talking about Jack Benoit. Oh, my goodness. Syracuse has the football at the 9-yard line.
Well, McConey is trying to make something happen here. Gets the ball a little kind of out away from his body. Somebody got a hand on it, and Benoit was the right man in the right place for another scoop. 2 fumble recoveries in this game, and we're only, what,
couple minutes
4
in.
minutes in?
Yeah. Well, here we go. First down for Ledger White. And Ledger throws a little screen outside. Moffitt's got it, and Moffitt upended at about the 2-yard line. So that'll be set up for a 1st and goal.
Moffitt,
or is it second?
6'4", 180 pounds, big body. Turned his shoulders square to the goal line and got a few yards. Setting up, excuse me. It looks like it's 3 yards to go here to get to the end zone.
And they're going to throw it to the outside screen. Pass is caught a little low, and walking into the end zone is Bo Metcalf, and Syracuse is all over Granger.
Real simple offensive strategy here. Get the ball into your playmaker's hands, gets it out wide, connects with Metcalf. Dante Carter on an island, beat one man and you're in. Metcalf beats his man and gets the touchdown.
Point after on the way, Jed Butler. And that kick is good. And we still have 9.5 minutes to play in the first quarter, and the Titans have opened up a 22-0 lead. My goodness.
This may sound redundant, but if you're Granger right now, you're hitting the reset button again. It hasn't gone the way you wanted it, but you gotta have a short memory right now. If you're Granger, you come out like nothing has happened, and we're out here to attack. You can't let the mistakes that have been made to this point, with 2 fumbles already given up, and a nice return that was negated because of a penalty. It's been a rough start for Granger, but you cannot linger on that. You've got to let it go and start this series as if the game is starting right now.
Well, you're right, and it begins, of course, with a kick return, but this one sails into the end zone for a Victor's Tires touchback.
I got you. Steve, I got you. Oh, bad ball. That's on me.
So Granger, as I mentioned, their offense is extremely simple. They haven't had enough time to really put in anything complicated. They've only got 42 players on their roster, so they're thin at every position. And they're just trying to get guys accustomed to what the culture is, the execution side of this. The plays will come in time, but right now it's all about giving full effort on every play.
Well, here we go again. Quarterback Paseni McConey trying to get something going. And on first down, a good carry to the outside. Ethan Sam, we talked about Himmelema. He needs to really be big, and that's their best offensive play of the game so far, picking up nearly 9 yards.
Well, he's coming off that 126-yard performance last week, and you want to build on that. He carried the ball 21 times. Now, that's a pretty heavy load for your running back, but if he's going to give you plays like this, then you feed him as often as you can, and you tell him, say, Ethan, we're gonna lean on you in this game, and so be ready to carry 20, even 30 times in this game.
This time wrapped up. Nowhere to go. They'll lose maybe 2, so a 3rd and 4 coming your way.
Those outside backers getting inside and pinching. Benoit, Luke Stringfellow on the defensive line. I think Hire was in on that play. Good look at Benoit. How about 6'1", 205 and just a 10th grader?
Third down. Ooh.
Left
false
tackle,
start.
Left tackle for Granger, I think, was the first to move here.
False start. 52 of the offense. 5-yard penalty. Remains third down.
Gave McConey an opportunity to run over to the sideline and talk face to face. with the coaching staff.
Oh, nearly bobbled snap. He has to just throw it, and he's rushed, and it goes over the head of his receiver, Tali. And now you got to kick it away.
That really, in a lot of ways, was not a bad play. He threw it to the sideline, but you throw it out there, you make sure nobody can catch it. So he gets it high enough as he gets a handle on this ball, throws it high enough that nobody's going to catch that for a pick six.
Well, that's definitely the positive in that.
Well, we're looking for silver linings here.
Yeah, we certainly are. Oh, rough start for Granger, no doubt about it. We're not even through a quarter, and they're already having to give the ball up again. This kick is away, though, and it's fielded at the 43-yard line by Ko, who's just everywhere. And out of, that's Bo Metcalf on the return, my mistake. And once again, Syracuse offense set up in perfect spot.
Nice return here by Metcalf. Bounces it to the sideline here and pick up a few more yards. The thing about Syracuse, they've got a lot of talent in their skilled positions, and they're good up front.
34-yard punt, 21-yard return. Syracuse offensive coordinator has been here a while, Braden Hamlin. Had a few Hamlins play here over the years.
Yeah.
And he's now running the offense. And they'll pitch it back to Prom. And Ko gets the edge again. Oh, he's dangerous. Ko down inside the University of Utah red zone, always climbing to reach the goal of unsurpassed societal impact, the University of Utah.
Real simple play. Just an outside stretch play. But watch what he does here. In time, he'll get that ball to the outside end. But watch the move right here. He's going to stutter step and then go back to the sideline. That bought him another 5 yards. Great play by Prom.
22 yards on the pickup. Now they're bringing it back.
Looks like they picked up a flag here. Let's see if they'll give us a call. And it looks like they're going from a spot, so there must have been a hole downfield. Marked off from the spot of the foul. So in spite of the penalty, enough yardage to move the chain. So a next-gen first down.
All right, so here we go. Ledger White's pass complete outside Isaac Edwards. And he gets back near another first down. Hey, McGee's Awards and Engravings, it's time to be recognized. And McGee's, of course, has our Champions Trophy following the game.
Nice release by Ledger White. It went a little sidearm, like Patrick Mahomes there for a second. Got that ball out to the flat. Edwards with a nice grab and yards after the catch.
I think Ledger White would be thrilled to know you just compared him to Patrick Mahomes.
Of course.
White again got that outside screen. That one's caught and very, very close to a first down.
Pass complete to number 15.
I think it's going to be just shy, but they are into the University of Utah red zone.
That brings up third down.
Like third and inches.
Nice job reacting that time in the secondary, making sure that they don't pick up the first down. Now third and short.
Ledger White, the senior quarterback, seasoned veteran, if you will, and gets out of what could have been a costly sack, throws to the end zone, back shoulder catch, and it's caught for a touchdown. 18 yards to Isaac Edwards.
Well, Well, a couple of big plays from Isaac Edwards on this one. This time, White with the scramble, able to get that ball on the back shoulder of Isaac Edwards. Maybe the comparison to Mahomes was appropriate.
Well, there you go. Kick is up and good. And what a game for the Syracuse Titans. 29-0. And we still have 6 minutes to play in the first quarter.
Stop me if you think you've heard me say this before.
Okay.
If you are on the Granger sideline right now, you're telling your guys we're hitting the reset button. And we're going to act like nothing has happened to this point.
I like
you have got to wash all of this down the drain and put this behind you right now. It's time to just rally together. You look at the guys on the sideline right now, they're in the huddle with you to say, okay, it's us against the world. And you don't even have to find a way to conjure that up in people's minds. Like, it's you against the world right now. You're down 29-0 in the first 8 minutes of this game.
Yeah, you just got to start winning little battles. Just one play at a time, win the line, get an edge, complete a pass, whatever it takes. You know,
you go out, you win your individual matchup. You know, and again, it's not like Coach Teo didn't know that this was what he was, he was sending his team into the gauntlet. He did it for a reason.
Exactly. All right, well, let's start with a kick return, and they'll get up right about to the 20-yard line. And once again, the Granger offense will come out and try to manufacture some sort of offense. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Jenna Fink. Jenna. Mike, we'll try to get that fixed and get back again. I'd say let's call on Chris Barney. Help!
Should we hit the reset button on?
Yeah, Tell Jenna we're going to hit the reset button. All right, first down and a change at quarterback. Tiana.
We're down.
And the officials now saying that we got the officials, Mike.
We're in, right, Steve?
All right, for the Trucks information, we're getting the ref's mic hot and Jenna's mic is not on. We'll get that figured out.
Tauatena, quarterback on that last play. It looks like McConey is back in.
And they've had several guys that had showed up for practice at the quarterback position. Two guys that are not with the team right now that are not, they had some time at quarterback and had some things they had to take care of and weren't able to get it done.
Just cannot find any positive yardage at all on this offense.
Well, the one thing you're going to notice when these two teams took the field is there is a size differential.
Yeah.
Not that Granger doesn't have some big players, but Syracuse has more depth of big players. They're guys that are seasoned and have been in the program. Granger is dealing with a lot of things that Syracuse it's not part of what they deal with on a regular basis. Granger is in a full rebuild mode right now. Coming off a nice year last year, but lost some guys to graduation. Some kids have transferred out. Late hire for your head coach.
Trying to get more of that ground game going. This is just a tough front line to run on. Pick up maybe 2.
And if you're Ethan Sam, you got to be ready for a day that's going to require you to carry the ball a lot. You're going to take a lot of hits. But it's going to be part of the process. What you really hope, if you're Granger, is that 5, 6 7 games from now, you're in the middle of region play, and things are starting to click, and you can look back at that game against Syracuse.
Yeah, where we learned.
Yeah, we learned a lot, and even in the third quarter, we started to figure some things out, like in real time.
Ball goes out of bounds, and the Titans again will take over. Granger has not yet crossed the 50-yard line. It's been rough. But we're hacking through it on American First Credit Union's Thursday Night Lights.
Knowing how to effectively manage money and make sound financial decisions is useful at just about every stage of life. But during that pivotal time when kids are turning into young adults, financial literacy becomes invaluable, because that's when young people start making decisions that will shape their futures for years or even decades to come.
That's why American First Credit Union has put so much time and effort into designing accounts, tools, and services that give students and young adults access to everything they need to understand and build credit, develop smart saving and spending habits, and confidently work towards those unforgettable milestones like buying a first car, paying for education, or anything else that may come about.
The young people in our lives deserve every advantage and opportunity that we can give them. And that includes starting off on solid financial footing. So head to your neighborhood America First Credit Union branch or americafirst.com and help them open their youth or student account today.
The name's Bo Metcalf. I'm a wide receiver and corner at Syracuse High School. Shout out to the fam. I love y'all. Kia kaha. And I'm as sweet as grandma's cookies.
Sweet as grandma's
Sweet
cookies.
As grandma's cookies.
All righty. Well, we are set to go. We got a little audio there from the officials as White takes off on this one, and White's got a first down. And already leading 29-0. Everything is coming up roses for the Titans. They have 137 yards of total offense. Granger has minus 13. And perhaps the most telling dilemma is Syracuse average starting position is Granger's 37-yard line. When you get that short of a field, this is like one of their worst starting positions other than that opening kickoff.
Yeah, absolutely. And the thing about Syracuse right now, they took full advantage of last week's practice to rally together. They're coming out on fire right now.
Screen pass to the outside. Caleb Hall's got it. The future Ute dances ahead. Pick up a 5.
Hall reminds me a little bit of Bodie Sparrow, who we saw last week, a star talent out of Davis High School, headed to Oklahoma for his college career. These days you say that's where he's going to start his college career. But they have similar builds, athleticism.
And on the ground, Riker Farr has himself a Next Gen Motors first down. Let's take a look at our upcoming schedule. Brought to you by McGee's Awards and Engravings. Tomorrow we head to Lone Peak. Oh, Lemma.
Yes.
IMG
That's
out of Florida.
Be a big one, maybe the biggest game in the state all year.
Number 1 team in the nation, according to USA Today. And the next Thursday. So we've seen Davis. We've seen Mountain Ridge. Now we see Davis against Mountain Ridge. Yeah. That could be a good one next Thursday night. We're going to talk more about next week. We have a triple header next Saturday. That's going to be a long day. I hope it's not too hot. Screen, little throwback. Jack Benoit's got it. That is probably the best defensive play that we've seen out of this defense. Talley comes up, makes the tackle, and they lose a couple of yards.
Yeah, Taina comes up. Nice read on the play from his linebacker position and making the stop. And those are the kinds of plays that you need to build on. He did a good job recognizing the delayed release from the offensive guard on his side and recognized, looks, at least it has the appearance of a screenplay. I'm going to sit and watch and wait. He watched, he read it, and he made the tackle. Nice job.
2nd and 12. White. Oh, he wants it all, throwing deep downfield. This one's well covered and intercepted. And how about that? A nice defensive play for Granger. They needed something good to happen, and Kingston Patolo comes up with the pick.
So you hit the reset button on the sideline. You come up with a couple of nice defensive plays. Back to back, you get the ball back, put it in the hands of your offense, and maybe you can finish out the first quarter on a positive note here that you can build on. Don't worry about the scoreboard. Don't even look at it. Don't look at the fact that you're down 29-0. Forget about that. Get out there and build something on the offensive side right now.
Nice interception for Kingston. Ball's a little bit underthrown, but nonetheless, something positive for Granger. Now let's see what they can do offensively. And again, they're going with Talley at quarterback, kind of mixing them up. And this is going to be a safety. Sacked in the backfield. Ethan Sam goes down. Cooper Smith.
Well, give credit to this Syracuse defense. And Smith doing a fantastic job just pinning his ears back. Nice read, and he gets to Sam as soon as he gets the ball. You lined up Sam deep in the backfield. What you're hoping is that you get some good blocks up front, and Sam has an opportunity to survey what's happening in front of him. And if he can break through that initial line of scrimmage, he's got a chance for a big game. But if he gets caught in the backfield, you're in trouble. He got caught in the backfield, so give credit to the Syracuse defense.
My goodness. Even when they do something wrong, they do something right.
Well, that's it's almost the epitome of the 2 steps forward, 1 step back, 1 step forward, 2 steps back.
Well, now we await the free kick. We had one of these last Friday that was returned for a touchdown by Corner Canyon. They had the safety on Davis. And then on the ensuing
I got to tell you,
kick,
I prefer to put the free kick on a tee like this as opposed to the punt. Okay. Because the punt is it's completely different. You're not accustomed to it. You got your kickoff crew or a team that is out there, but you're punting the ball. Guys don't stay in their lanes. It just feels different. A free kick should just be off the tee like this. I prefer this way.
Well, K.O. Prom's got it. He's dangerous. And Prom up to midfield. So again, Syracuse starting this drive on the Granger half of the football field.
Well, certainly one of the storylines for the first quarter of this game has been starting field position for Syracuse.
All right, Ledger White to Prom. And Prom right up the middle. Prom's already got 35 yards rushing in this game and a reception, quality return yards. He's just doing it all.
Well, they are loaded with playmakers on this Syracuse offense. You look at Prom, Metcalf, Isaac Edwards, with a couple of nice plays, including a touchdown. Parker Moffitt and Ledger White can run the ball too.
Yeah, we've seen that. This time he's going to throw it, and Bo Metcalf's got it.
He eludes a couple of tackles at the end of that play and picked up a few extra yards. Moves the chains for another next-gen first down. Speaking of next-gen motors, we're going to be at Lone Peak with the owner of Next Gen Motors,
oh, yeah.
Brett Walkenhorst, still joined us on
that.
the sideline. He's a lone peak guy.
White gets out of trouble, fires downfield. That looked like Bo Metcalf was the originally intended receiver, and it ends up being caught by Parker Moffitt.
I can tell you as I was looking straight down the line here, down the sideline, that was who he was intending.
Well,
he was looking for Moffitt, and Metcalf just happened to be in the area.
18 yards on the pickup.
Typically, I don't back the quarterback as strongly, but since Frank is not here, then
you're going to do it.
I feel a little more inclined to do it. If Frank were here, I probably wouldn't.
Yeah, probably wouldn't. Prom. Kale loses the ball, and another turnover, and Granger comes up with it. So
right
this
now,
is twice now that they've come up with turnovers.
Right now, Granger is deciding to make their statements on the defensive side of the ball. So another big play right here. And Prom gets turned around. They gets hit in the back of the ball. That's a helmet right on the ball. Great job by Kofe to knock that ball out and then get scooped up by Kalamanchiko.
So the offense back out on the field again for Granger, but they're not going to, well, they're huddling up because the clock's not going to run.
Well, they'll probably get to the line of scrimmage. Yeah. And as soon as the clock winds, they may wait and flip the field here.
Here we go.
So they'll get one play in.
Yeah. Well, the clock's not going to run because there's a turnover. So first down for the Lancers, and going deep, McConey. And that pass is caught. And how about Kingston Patolo all the way up to the 40-yard line? I mean, that is without a doubt their best offensive play of the game. 29 yards on the pickup, and that'll take us to the end of the first quarter. It has been a rough one for Granger, but Alema has been harping on forget about it, move on, and Granger's had 2 turnovers in the last couple of possessions. And when we come back, they have the football, albeit trailing 31-0 on America First Credit Union's Thursday Night Lights.
Welcome to Sugar House Furniture, where we've been selling solid wood furniture at affordable prices for over 30 years. Whether you need a single piece or an entire room, find what you're looking for at Sugar House Furniture, your Mission Furniture specialist.
Talking about mental health can be hard, but it doesn't need to be. Maybe it's a friend, maybe it's a partner, maybe it's you struggling with sadness or addiction or suicidal thoughts. It doesn't make you less, and with the right help, it can get better. Together, 2 News and Promise to Live want to help you start conversations, make a commitment, and save lives. So come on, Utah, let's talk with an eye on mental health.
Eye on Mental Health is sponsored by Merit Medical.
A healthy lawn doesn't require a lot of water. Pay attention to your landscaping and only water when needed. This year, only water twice a week or less. Save water, live smart, every drop matters. With Utah Water Watch, we can all make a difference.
They say tennis is great for remembering you can customize and save hundreds on car insurance with Liberty Mutual.
Do they, Doug?
My bad!
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty. Welcome to Southern Utah University. With the world's best backyard, SUU is a place built on tradition, yet always moving forward. We're a community of doers, and you can feel it the minute you step on campus. The collaborative energy, the supportive mentorship, and the sense of belonging. It's the practical, hands-on experience that builds your confidence, taking you from the classroom to your career. This is where you soar. Learn more at suu.edu.
Welcome to Sugar House Furniture, where we've been selling solid wood furniture at affordable prices for over 30 years. Whether you need a single piece or an entire room, find what you're looking for at Sugar House Furniture, your Mission Furniture specialist.
Beautiful night up here in northern Utah, and R.C. Willey would like to recognize a standout member of the Syracuse community. Here to receive the R.C. Willey Extra Mile Award is Ken Nelson, standing there with the Syracuse principal and Argenta Fink. Ken is the facilities manager at Syracuse High, and
Those who know him best know him as Mr. Syracuse. He works tirelessly behind the scenes to make sure every coach, advisor, teacher, and student has what they need to be successful. His dedication makes him a perfect recipient for the Extra Mile Award. Thank you, Ken, for going the extra mile. R.C. Willey has top mattress brands to help you sleep like a baby as well. R.C. Willey, your home, your way.
That's quite a moniker, right? To be called Mr. Syracuse.
Mr. Syracuse. That's like bigger than being the mayor of Syracuse.
Yeah. I aspire to be Mr. Punahou someday.
Mr. Punahou?
Mr. Punahou someday. But I got a lot of competition with Barack Obama and
Carrie Ann Inaba. We should be Mrs. Punahou.
She wouldn't be Mr. Punahou.
Yeah. Okay, well, here we go. A couple of positive
You're competing with a former president of the United States to get stuff.
Alema Harrington and Barack Obama, both graduates of Punahou. Cutting back is Ethan Sam, and Ethan just has nowhere to go. His defense is ferocious tonight. Last week they had that wild game at Woods Cross, losing by a point. And Alema, describe the play they were running on the two-point conversion that ended the game.
I think every coach would agree that you're on the road and you make a comeback and give yourself an opportunity to either tie the game with a point after or to go for two for the win. Every coach would say, on the road, you go for two. Their play that they had, they were hoping or assuming that the defense would come out in a zero coverage, no safety. But they came out in the zone, and so it ended up kind of blowing up the play that they had prepared to run. But lessons learned. And so they come out in today's game, and this was so apropos that they come out in the game today, the first touchdown, they're setting up for the PAT, a bobbled snap, bad snap, and they go to a fire, which means you go and try to make a play for a two-point conversion, and they converted the two-point conversion, which, in my opinion, that's just, I mean, that's storybook right there.
Yeah, it is. And
it's great.
I mean, if that had worked last week, they'd be 1-0, and they would have had a one-point victory. But it's early in the season.
Yeah, you're trying to learn some lessons right now.
All right, second down. McConey going deep right side, got a man, and it is caught at the 30-yard line as Kingston Patolo got past the secondary and comes up with another huge play.
And this is going to be huge for their offense in general, because now your backfield with Ethan Sam, they've got to respect play action. They've got to respect the run, because Ethan Sam can break one. But it also gives you an opportunity for some one-on-one coverage on the outside. Nice job by McConey, just putting some air under this ball for Patolo. And they're taking advantage of what they're considering a mismatch with Patolo on the outside.
35 yards on the pickup. This time Sam doesn't get much, maybe two. It'll bring up second down.
Down by number 56, Luke Stringfellow.
Nice job by that front seven for Syracuse that time. But look at Burgoyne. Burgoyne really a basketball star, and they convinced him to come back out and play football. He took a year off and then has come back. Very athletic.
Oh, Patolo might have heard footsteps on that one. Also kind of looking back into the sun right where it's setting. But it'll bring up third down.
This is a big third down here. I think you're in four down territory. You're kind of in no man's land. I think you got two chances to get a first down here.
Refs have
looks like they may either have a equipment issue or an injury.
Yeah, Caleb Hall's coming out.
He might have blood.
Is. Yeah, he's got blood on his elbow. All right, so back to 3rd and 9, and as you said, Alema, probably a two-down situation.
No.
The snap goes over McConey's head, and he's just got to fall on it. That's going to take him all the way back to the 45-yard line.
Yeah, now you're going to end up in a punting situation.
Yeah.
And it looks like McConey is holding that shoulder like, I don't know if he came down weird on it. He's going to tap himself out right now. So we might see Talataina come in at QB. And unless they're going to punt, which might not be a bad idea, is to punt this ball away.
Yeah, it looks like they are kicking the ball.
Trying to keep an eye on what's going on with McConey. McConey's just a sophomore.
It looks like, yeah, okay, so Talley's got the kick away. It's going to be short.
Oh,
it hit a Granger player.
It did. Granger player?
Yeah.
So it'll be down there.
Yeah, so it's okay. 14 yards, though, is all they got on that kick. There's a flag down all the way back to the line of scrimmage.
I think it's an so where they're marking this is where the illegal touch is. That's right by where the officials are. But if they have an illegal substitution, to the left of the screen, you got a player coming late. So that's where the flag is coming in. Now, I would just say this.
The result of the play is first touching by the kicking team, recovered by Syracuse. The penalty is illegal substitution on the kicking team. That penalty be declined. First down, Syracuse.
So the illegal substitution penalty, Fox, is one of those penalties that you kind of expect in the first couple games. So there's a little bit of grace even for game 2, especially if you're dealing with what Granger is dealing with, is trying to really rebuild the program. There's no question in my mind that Coach Teo will get those kinds of things ironed out.
Oh, no doubt.
By the time they get to region play.
Well, this is a team that finished the season 7-5 last year. They were 7-4 going into that
very different team than last year, right?
Well, they didn't know what was going on.
Well, it was so late when they made the decision that Alamateo was going to take over the program. By that point, there had been players that were in the program that transferred out. They weren't sure what was happening at Granger. So then you had, what was left, and then you tried to bring some other guys back in. You're out there kind of actively recruiting the community.
So on first down, grinding away.
Give me Moa. There's Moa Havili.
Moa Havili, BYU bound.
This is exactly why right there, this guy is such a prized recruit.
Havili's wearing the BYU gloves.
Yep.
And Hall's wearing the Utah gloves.
When Havili came out earlier today, he's got all the BYU gear. He had a big BYU sticker on the front of his helmet, and I thought to myself, there's no way they're letting him wear that. And the officials have been good about that kind of stuff. Like you're not allowed to have that, so it's no surprise that came off.
All right, Ledger White going deep downfield. Ledger, Caleb Hall. Hall's got it. Hall's got the touchdown.
We'll get a penalty for the celebration, but that was a beautiful catch. But give credit to White. That was a dime. This is right where it needed to be. That over-the-shoulder catch is extremely difficult. Like on a difficulty scale, that's a 9.7. But the ball was in the perfect position as it dropped right into the hands of Caleb Hall.
50 yards for the touchdown, and as you described, Alema perfectly dropped right into his hands.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, number 0, Syracuse. That is his first towards disqualification. The penalty will be administered on the kickoff.
So you saw Coach Tulane over there talking to Hall. He said, love the touchdown, loved everything about it, but the celebration, that's not Syracuse football. We don't do that. So he'll get the unsportsmanlike. He gets another one, he'll be ejected or disqualified from the game.
All right, point after is up and good. 38-0.
But again, a lot of learning going on, and not every learning situation happens in the middle of the play or in between whistles. Beautiful pass, great catch, and another touchdown for Syracuse. They're up 38-0.
America First Credit Union's Thursday Night Lights is brought to you by R.C. Willey, Victor's Tires, Sugar House Furniture, and Southern Utah University.
A new mattress from R.C. Willey can transform your guest room, along with bedroom furniture and the finishing touches. Get it all here and treat your guests right.
The Funds Visa debit card from America First Credit Union is an awesome way to help your kids learn to manage their money. Funds works like any America First Credit Union debit card, and kids can personalize it with Picture Perfect or add it to the affinity card of their favorite team. And you can link their account to yours so you can make deposits and track savings and spending.
So help set your kids up for financial success. Head to AmericaFirst.com.
New appliances from R.C. Willey can modernize your kitchen, along with bar stools, a dining table, and chairs. It's all here, except for the menu.
Welcome back. Well, we've seen what quarterback Ledger White can do with his legs. That's something that Coach Tulane says he is known for. But a big priority for him through the offseason was working on his passing game. Spent hours on Saturday mornings with receiver Parker Moffitt, and we have seen that pay off in week 1 with 3 passing touchdowns, and again tonight with 2 passing touchdowns. Dave?
Jenna, you are right. That has definitely paid off. 135 yards. He's 11 of 12. He's only had 1 incomplete pass today, to your point. 3 touchdowns. Did have that 1 deep interception, but as Jenna pointed out, that offseason working out has definitely paid off for that young man, and he is showing it tonight. Now, on the other side of the ball, let's see what the Granger Lancers can come up with, and they're going to start with the ball at the 25-yard line. The ball came out at the very end, but they've got the ball.
Yeah, the whistle had blown by the time the ball was knocked loose by that Syracuse cover team.
Scoring summary on that last drive for Syracuse. It was another quick one. 2 plays, 69 yards, and the 50-yard reception. Remember, they opened the game on a 2-play drive with a 51-yard touchdown. So they've made short work of a couple of drives in this game.
So you've seen that, just moments. The good news for Granger is that McConey is back out there, and looks like whatever he was dealing with as far as that shoulder injury has been handled. So he's back in the backfield with Ethan Sam.
Not much room in that front line. It is tough sledding there. And tonight's game brought to you by America First, Utah's #1 credit union. If you're ready to get your money working, become a member today at AmericaFirst.com.
Yeah, and Sam took a shot there. And sometimes it's not the hit, but it's when you get, knocked to the ground and you got a 250-pounder falling right on top of you.
Yeah, that'll leave a mark.
Yeah, and that happened because he got stood up at the line of scrimmage. And this offensive line for Granger is going to get better because so much of playing on the offensive line, obviously size is a given. That's a big part of it. But technique, as they learn better technique over the course of the next several weeks, they'll improve.
Saw big Adam Kofi on the right side of that line, and a pass is complete. And that's a Next Gen Motors first down, built on trust, driven by you. Next Gen Motors. And another positive play for this Granger team.
I was at Next Gen Motors a couple of times this week, and they're in a new location in Linden, and the lot is huge, 9 acres with 400-plus cars. And the beautiful thing about Next Gen Motors is, and I just talked to somebody about this a couple of days ago, you can do the entire process, buy your car, everything, have it delivered, and never leave your house. You can do the entire thing online. Go to drivenextgen.com.
Yeah. And on first down, the defensive line does its job. Nothing doing there.
right now, it's in the trenches. The advantage is clearly in favor of the Titans. They're getting penetration and just having a hard time moving guys off the ball, and you can't allow a linebacker to just get free through the line of scrimmage and into the backfield, and that's what happened there.
Mateo's had a long career in coaching in Utah. Coached at Woods Cross from 2000 to 2004, and then a long time at Alta.
Bountiful before that.
Yeah, as an assistant there. He was head coach at Woods Cross. And then at Alta, as that screen pass doesn't go for much. But one of the coolest things he's done is run that all-poly camp, the all-poly sports.
Yeah, and all-poly is it's regarded nationwide as one of the best unaffiliated camps. And as camps have started to get more and more kind of, regulations put on them, all-poly was one of these independent camps that you could go to that wasn't attached to a school. And, man, there have been so many kids that have come out of the all-poly camp and gone on to be great performers at the next level, and for it to be here in Utah has been such a big deal for
awesome.
Coaches from all over the country to come and see our local talent too.
On 3rd and long, and McConey throws downfield, and that's picked off. Intercepted by Caleb Hall, and this is why the Utes love him so much. And on the return, all the way up inside the 40-yard line. Excuse me, that was not Caleb Hall. That was Parker Moffitt.
Moffitt is again one of the guys we talked about in players to watch. Yeah. And he's playing back deep that time, almost like in a center fielder position and just reading the eyes of the quarterback. And Hall, Moffitt, these guys have that kind of that ball hawk DNA where they know where to be on the field and find themselves in good position to make plays like that.
Parker Moffitt, one of the many juniors on this team. There's a few of them that'll be back next year. Jack Benoit's only a sophomore.
Benoit's a sophomore.
So is K.O.
That Kale Prom is a sophomore.
Isaac Edwards, saw him earlier in the game. He's
a junior. Isaac Edwards is a junior. But you got a lot of underclassmen. But at the skilled position, man, they've got just a ton of talent. Explosive guys.
Hey, let's take a look at our eye in the sky, brought to you by Sunbelt. We're at near full extension on that thing. Boyd, you're back. We missed you last week.
Oh, it's good to see you, Boyd.
Oh, you know what that means, post-game party in the scissor lift.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to be DJing, by the way. I'll be on the ones and twos.
Oh.
Great shots, courtesy of Sunbelt Rentals. Whatever you need for the holiday season. Because you have parties, sometimes you got a party coming up at the house. And it's like, we need some chairs. We need some, I need to do some extra stuff in the yard. I got to go rent some equipment or anything, party supplies. You can do all of that at Sunbelt. And, certainly when it comes to getting, this is like, there's times when you need to go out and get some things that you're not going to have around. You just don't have them around the house. And you don't want to go buy it.
No.
Because you're only going to use it once or twice. So you go to Sunbelt Rentals, and that's where you pick up those items.
First down for Syracuse. And Ledger White's going to keep it. And Ledger gets a great block from Isaac Edwards. And Ledger down, finally tripped out of bounds about the 35-yard line. I'm telling you, Isaac Edwards made that play happen.
Well, it's so important to have your receivers be able to block. And on that play right there, just a great job by some of the receivers down the field, including Taggart Gailey, who made a nice block.
Ledger's probably going to go over a hundo rushing 11. He's already got 89 yards rushing and a touchdown.
Well, Jenna was, mentioning he's been known for that, and what he was needing to incorporate in his resume was some accuracy and getting the ball downfield, and he's adding that to his game here in his senior campaign.
This time he hands to KO, and Prom all the way down to the 25-yard line. And he's having a heck of a game now.
Yeah, Prom light on his feet as he kind of danced through the middle of that line of scrimmage, but a flag on the play, and it's going to go against Syracuse.
A first down.
I'm going to assume that this was a hit that was way behind the play.
Yeah, had to be.
Looks like they're having a conversation with Michael Chavez, number 50. Sometimes, the play is down the field and maybe you're not paying attention to where the ball is and you see an opportunity to knock a guy on his can and you go for it.
Fourth penalty for 60 yards for Syracuse, and here goes Kale and Prom around the left side, and Prom will score. 53 yards.
Foxy, there's some good blocking on this play. You'll watch it right here. As he gets right here, he's got a couple of blocks. You're going to see that block right there just holding up the defender, but he turns on the Jets at about the 25-yard line and shows you what kind of speed he has. That burst right there is what got him into the end zone.
My goodness, what a game for K.O. Prom.
Well, Prom coming off a 100-yard performance last week.
Yeah, last week, right. He'll go over 100 tonight. He's already at 87 plus 2 touchdowns, and the point after is up and good, and we are now at 45-0.
He's saying this is no problem for me. I biked 3 miles just to get to practice.
Uphill both ways.
Right.
Welcome to Sugar House Furniture, where we've been selling solid wood furniture at affordable prices for over 30 years. Whether you need a single piece or an entire room, find what you're looking for at Sugar House Furniture, your mission furniture specialist.
You never know how life's best adventures might begin. Our closest friends can often come by surprise. Our favorite memories are shaped by the experiences we share. Our brightest moments happen when someone believes in us. See yourself in a brilliant future at Weber State.
Welcome to Sugar House Furniture, where we've been selling solid wood furniture at affordable prices for over 30 years. Whether you need a single piece or an entire room, find what you're looking for at Sugar House Furniture, your mission furniture specialist.
I'd like to shout out my mom and dad for everything they have done for me. Shout out my mom and dad. Thank you for everything you've done for me. I want to shout out my mom and dad. I want to shout out my parents. I also want to shout out my parents for everything they have done for me. And that's it.
How about that?
I like it.
They're
I like
shouting
it.
out their
That
parents.
is culturally correct for our
Right.
boys from the West Side, our polys, to recognize and honor their families in the process. There's a good look at Mateo with the headset walking away right now.
I asked
Might be
him.
recognizable to some because they've seen him for many years wearing a few different jerseys.
Well, we were talking to him in the pregame, and it had to have been 100 degrees on the field. And I'm like, Alema, what are you doing in a black long-sleeve hoodie? And what did he tell us?
He said, you wear black, you always look good.
Yeah. He says, it doesn't matter what happens on the field. We're going to look good.
Straight up, Coach, you're looking good. I like it.
Oh,
I really loved it. Alema was at West High School just as an assistant and really enjoying his time there. And very late in the process, he had not applied for the opening at Granger, and somebody in the community had reached out to him and said, hey, we really need you there, and basically convinced him to come out of his semi-retirement and be a head coach again. And I'm glad he's doing it.
Good for him. He's great for the kids, too.
Absolutely.
First down, McConey there. Let's take a look at the scoring summary on that last Syracuse drive. And again, another 2-play drive. That's the third one.
54 yards, and Prom with the 53 of the 54 yards. KO, Baby K's, as he calls himself.
I have to get some details on, some background on the name there. But he kind of has a baby face, but he's just a sophomore. I mean, he's just a kid still.
Well, I think that's why in
15 years old, sophomore?
Yeah, in his player shout-out, I think that's why he yelled, "I'm evil," at the end of it. I'm sure he's just a really nice kid.
What's got to do with that?
Yeah, I don't know. I think he's just trying to show there's, you call me Baby K all you want, but I'm evil. Nothing doing there is, again, Granger finding the running, tough sledding.
Couple of really hard runs. Talataina trying to break through that line of scrimmage. And obviously, Granger is scheduled up in this game, meaning they're playing up against competition. So there'll be some benefits from going up against a team of the caliber of Syracuse.
Screen. Caught, but immediately dropped. Nowhere to go. And that'll be 4th down. And they'll kick it away again.
Well read immediately on top of that one. Give credit to whether it was film work or just instinct. Get into the backfield that quickly, or I should say behind the line of scrimmage that quickly.
Kick is away, and it's going to be a short one. As Bo Metcalf will field it at the 45-yard line, and here he goes. Metcalf still up all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Nice return by Metcalf. A couple of nice blocks, but he was able to stay on his feet through some contact there.
Well, it was a 33-yard kick, and he returned. He wiped out 30 of that. So good work on his part.
See him just be able to read a couple of blocks, but he makes that move inside. He gets his center of gravity a little bit lower, dips his shoulder, and able to stay on his feet.
Granger just 3 first downs in this game, Alema. Syracuse has 14. I'm actually surprised they have that many because they've had so many chunk plays for touchdowns. 3 times they've had 2-play drives and scores that have gone for 50 yards or more. And Teo's going to take a quick timeout.
Timeout, Granger, their first time out of the half.
So under 2 minutes left to go in the first half of this game. And there is a rule. There's the 35-point rule. If you're up by 35 in the second half, it's a running clock. If you're up by 45 at the end of the third quarter, then the game is over. They will call the game. Here's a look
at. It's actually 44, and they just adopted that this year. So after 3 quarters, if that were to happen. I don't know how they settled on 44, but.
And there used to be a rule that if you're up by 35, but then you come back by a couple of touchdowns and you narrow, the deficit, that then goes back to regular clock, but not the case anymore. Once it hits the running clock 35-point rule, it will continue to run through the end of the game unless the team gets up by 44 or more, and then the game will be called.
By the way, we're talking about those chunk plays that I mentioned to you. 10 of them for Syracuse. Granger has just 2. I mean, Syracuse has been big playing this game all night. And here they go again. Screen pass caught outside. Gailey's got it. And Gailey to the end zone. Another Hughes touchdown. 25 yards.
Foxy, on every one of these big plays for Syracuse, there's been good blocking by the receivers. Blocking for each other, blocking for the backs, blocking for the quarterback. You see that block right there. That was perfectly executed on the outside, and that's what frees the receiver to get downfield. Gailey comes around the corner, but without that block, He's not going to get around that corner, but once he did clear, he was gone for the end zone.
Point after is good. And Jenna Fink, this thing's getting out of hand for Granger.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's good for the Syracuse offense and offensive coordinator Braden Hamblin and head coach Mitch Tulane go way back. They played together here at Syracuse as a quarterback wide receiver duo, and they said since working together here as coaches, they have been best friends, and they are really competitive, always arguing about who wants to win more. Well, they're both winning right now and probably having a lot of fun on the sidelines together.
Yeah, no doubt, especially coming off a one-point heartbreaking loss. So you're right, Jenna, to be able to come out and pretty much operate your offense at will. They are definitely enjoying themselves. And another chunk play touchdown. Total yardage, 341, Alema, and we're not even to halftime yet. By the way, George Felt, our good friend, as that sails into the end zone for another Victor's Tires touchback, just sent a text and said the exact verbiage on that slaughter rule, it says it exceeds 44 points. So Alema is right. It's really a 45-point rule, but you have to exceed 44 points.
Yeah, it's really tomatoes,
tomato, whatevs. But your point is well taken. Hey, be sure and join us coming up for the Sugar House Furniture halftime report. We will have the Scholar Athlete interviewed by Jenna Fink. She'll talk with head coach Alema Teo, see what he has to say as he heads to the locker room. And, of course, Alema with highlights from this first game, and he's got a lot of them.
I do.
Halftime presented by Sugar House Furniture. Utah's solid
52 points worth of highlights coming up for you from Syracuse's offense.
Oh, my. What a hit. That ball came out. Sugar House Furniture, Utah's solid wood furniture specialist on Highland Drive.
I love that no flag came out. That was a clean football play. Nice hit.
Yeah, these days you never know. We're still talking about this one.
The result of the play is incomplete pass. Personal foul, targeting on number one who? One of the defense. That 15-yard penalty will be applied after the play. 1st and 10, Granger.
15-yard penalty will bring the Lancers out to the 35-yard.
Did they say the penalty was on Metcalf?
Yeah, that's what it sounded like.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that I don't think it was on Metcalf.
Well, he said it's got to be
number 10.
Right. So, but either way, here comes McConey using his legs, gets out of bounds at the 40-yard line.
So I spoke too early by saying I'm really glad that they didn't throw a flag on that play. Apparently there was no flag necessary. They just called the targeting. I didn't see a flag.
Well, penalties are 5 for 75 for Syracuse. Granger only has 3 for 35.
Nice job that time by McConey on a broken play. The sophomore stepping up and picking up yards.
Here's an interesting stat that Tyson Ewing and his crew just pointed out to me. Syracuse has 52 points, which is 2 more points than Granger has in total yardage. Until now, glad I got that in because that's a chunk play for Granger. All the way down just shy of the 30-yard line goes Kingston Patolo.
And Patolo may have just about, it probably has 90% of their yards on offense on 3 big pass completions. He also has an interception in this game. So Patolo has really shined bright for Granger.
91 yards, Alema, on 4 receptions.
Second timeout of the half.
In this game, and another timeout taken by Granger.
Let's do the math real quick. He's got 91. What's the total yards for Granger? Total offense.
Well, that's the interesting thing. You're going to love this. It's 78.
Yeah, see, so then he has more than 100% of their yards.
Which obviously factors in penalty.
Penalties and sacks. So you got negative yards for the sacks. But Patolo has had a phenomenal game. And there's two Patolos, they're brothers. Caden Patolo is a sophomore, number 12. But Kingston Patolo, number 1, has really shined bright in this game.
Well, to your point, McConey's got 100 yards passing. And 91 of those are to Kingston.
Yeah. And again, you know, you're looking for things that you can build on here. And so you're looking to see, can we build some chemistry between McConey and Patolo, who probably, you know, we were talking about all the workouts from Syracuse during the offseason and guys building chemistry and early, you know, Saturday workouts. That wasn't really happening with Granger. Like, you're trying to build that now.
Uh-oh. Snap is dropped as Tataina is in. And he runs back to the original line of scrimmage. Doesn't get much.
Granger, their third and final timeout of the half.
So you talk about a get-well game for Syracuse, and you've got it.
Yeah, no question.
And it's what you want out of a home opener and second game of the season coming off of a heartbreaking loss. And
yeah.
Mitch Tulane's done a nice job here, and he's only in his third season. Made it to the quarterfinals last year. And he also is the defensive coordinator.
And I don't know if school started today or maybe it was yesterday.
Well, Davis County District started today, and all the northern schools. West High started 2 days ago. I know in Utah County they started Wednesday.
Yeah, my kids went back to school on Tuesday, but they're at a charter school. By the way, happy birthday to my son Gabriel. He turned 14 today. Isaac, he turned 13 over the weekend.
Gabriel looks like he's about 20.
Yeah,
whatever.
Gabe and Isaac they're actually the same age. They were both 13 for 5 days, and now Gabriel jumping back in front.
Here he goes, and tally all the way down a yard shy of the first down.
Yep, Tataina now kind of switching things up at quarterback.
Ball on the ground, had to pick it up. That's another thing they're going to need to address with this Granger offense is their snaps have been a little off kilter at times.
Been adventurous.
Yeah, that's a kind word for it.
Yeah, they've had low snaps, high snaps. But again, as they try to solidify this offensive line, they'll get a lot of these kinks worked out by the time they get to region play.
There's Tally right there coming out. Interesting note here, Granger does not have a play in the red zone yet. If they can get there here, and on the direct snap, that's not even going to get close, but they'll go through the entire half without reaching the red zone. And conversely to that, Syracuse has run 10 plays in the red zone.
So now that we've seen our third quarterback for Granger in the first half of this game, I think just trying to
clear to me that
empty the sidelines. It's like, okay, what else can we do? Is there another wrinkle that we can throw in here?
Syracuse, I believe, is just going to come out and take a
victory
knee.
formation, which is probably not the appropriate term for this situation, but they'll take a knee here.
What a half it has been for Syracuse. 341 yards of total offense. That's a game for some teams. And a balanced attack. 160 yards passing, 181 rushing. And a couple of those on long chunk play touchdowns. And the only category they're really behind in is on penalties. They have more than Granger. But it has been all Syracuse in this game. And Granger's got some work to do. No doubt about that. Jenna Fink will catch up with Alema Teo, who's back coaching after stints at
both Alta and Woods Cross as head coach. And let's go down to Alema right now with Jenna. Jenna, take it away.
Coach Teo, not the way you wanted that first half to go. Any positives you can take away?
You know what? For us, it's just a matter of guys trying to get better from last week. We have seen a little bit of improvement in certain areas. We got guys who are just coming in. We've got a lot of young guys right now. So I told these guys at the very beginning that the preseason is going to be our learning experience. So every week, from here until we get to our region, we're going to have to learn a little bit more. So, we got to keep the dog fighting. We don't got a lot of guys, or we're limited in the depth department right now. But I told our kids, hey, don't look to the sideline, man, because we're all we got. So we just got to come back out, play hard, play cleaner football, and just do the best we possibly can. Hats up to these guys. They got a lot of great talent there. They're very well polished, and so you can easily tell we're a little bit behind the 8 ball right now, schematically and physically right now. And so it's going to take some time for us to kind of pick it up a little bit. So expect us to come out and continue to play hard. So,
all righty, Coach. Thank you.
Right, thanks.
Thank you, Jenna. Thank you, Coach. Coach's Corner brought to you by Southern Utah University. Take your next big step on campus or online. Discover more at suu.edu. And Alema, is there a more positive attitude kind of coach than Alema
That's
Teo?
the reason you bring Alema Teo in.
Yeah.
Is because you're in a rebuild, and you're going to have the right personality to do that. And there's no question that Alema is the right guy to bring in to handle that rebuild and get these guys headed in the right direction.
All right, well, the Sugar House Furniture halftime show is coming your way next. You will meet our American First Credit Union scholar athlete. Alema will have highlights, and we'll continue on American First Credit Union's Thursday Night Lights. It's a big one for the young men from Syracuse. American First Credit Union's Thursday Night Lights is brought to you by Next Gen Motors, Weber State, Sunbelt Rentals, and McGee's Trophies.
Hola, hola. ¿Cómo se llama car?
Carro.
Ah, sí. ¿Cómo se llama tires?
Llantas.
Ah, bien. ¿Cómo se llama I need?
Necesito.
Ah, gracias. Yo necesito carro llantas.
Hombre, we don't just speak Spanish here, we speak English as well.
Talking about mental health can be hard, but it doesn't need to be. Maybe it's a friend, maybe it's a partner, maybe it's you struggling with sadness or addiction or suicidal thoughts. It doesn't make you less, and with the right help, it can get better. Together, 2 News and Promise to Live want to help you start conversations, make a commitment, and save lives. So come on, Utah, let's talk with an eye on mental health.
Eye on Mental Health is sponsored by Merit Medical.
I'll give you a few moments.
This place is really nice.
Yeah, looks like they have some great options.
Kids have the cash they need, right when they need it, with the Funds Visa debit card from America First.
For 50 years, Salt Lake City's Greek Festival has brought our community together with the food, the dancing, and the great times. Don't miss the 50th anniversary celebration located next to Holy Trinity Cathedral in downtown Salt Lake City. Celebrate Greek heritage with authentic food, live music, traditional dancing, sweet pastries, family fun, and all things Greek. Then come inside to see the beautiful century-old cathedral and historic Hellenic Museum. Join us September 11th through the 13th for food, faith, family, and philoxenia at the 50th Annual Greek Festival.
This is a 2 News halftime update.
Thanks for joining us for a 2 News update. I'm Heidi Hatch. We'll get back to the game in just a few minutes. Here are a few of the headlines we're following today. The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints filing a copyright complaint against former member John DeLynn and his Mormon Stories podcast. They say they want DeLynn to stop mimicking their trademarks and using copyrighted images without permission. The church filing its original lawsuit against DeLynn and the Open Stories Foundation back in April. Then DeLynn filed a motion asking a judge to toss out that case. Church leaders excommunicated DeLynn back in 2014. Well, you can now apply for tickets to go inside the renovated Salt Lake Temple on September 1st. All you have to do is go to templesquare.org or use the Temple Square app. Each person there can reserve up to 6 tickets. Tours will happen daily for 6 months starting April 5th of next year and running until October 1st. It was the first day of school for students in the Davis School District. We caught up with the kids outside of Syracuse High School today. More than 140 new educators there joined the district over the summer, and a new career and technical education building opened up on the campus of Clearfield High School. It was a hot one to go back to school today. Hopefully you had shorts for those new school outfits.
Yeah, really hot, maybe too hot, right? 102 degrees, very close to a record high. This time of year, it's supposed to be dropping just a bit, and it's not. Normal now is 91, so more than 10 degrees above average and only 1 shy of that record. Heat alerts continue with those heat advisories for the Wasatch Front through tomorrow, so more triple-digit temperatures are possible, then a slight dip coming our way over the weekend. Tonight, staying very mild. We'll have some clouds out there. We'll keep those overnight lows, though, in the 70s, but any late evening plans still staying very warm in the 80s and 90s. Those lows happen right around sunrise. And tomorrow, close to 100 degrees up and down the Wasatch Front, mid-90s in central Utah. There will be, though, a few afternoon thunderstorms bubbling up, especially over the mountains, and we might see an evening shower or storm here along the Wasatch Front by tomorrow. More of those pop-up thunderstorms. Keep your eyes to the sky Saturday and Sunday. Then some drier air begins to move in as we head into next week. St. George, some scattered storms tomorrow for you, 102 degrees and staying above 100 degrees over the weekend. Some slightly drier air moves into St. George, so it can't rule out a stray thunderstorm, but there will be mountain thunderstorms and active weather with the risk for flash flooding at some of those state and national parks down south. Next week, staying quite hot. Again, temperatures above average, right around 103. Salt Lake, hopefully tomorrow is our last triple-digit day. We'll be in the mid-90s over the weekend, but a little bit more of that humidity. And then most of next week looks quiet. There could be a stray mountain thunderstorm, but in the valleys, partly cloudy skies with highs in the mid-90s. Overnight lows still very mild in the upper 60s and low 70s.
Welcome to Sugar House Furniture, where we've been selling solid wood furniture at affordable prices for over 30 years. Whether you need a single piece or an entire room, find what you're looking for at Sugar House Furniture, your Mission Furniture specialist.
You are assigned to labor in the Japan Tokyo North.
From the announcement to your first fitting, we've been with you from the start. Every new mile walked, every new language learned, the changes you make and the changes you bring. We love helping you prepare for the next chapter and hearing your stories when you return. So here's to more happy goodbyes and tearful reunions. Thank you for taking us with you.
Hola, hola. ¿Cómo se llama car?
Carro.
Ah, sí. ¿Cómo se llama tires?
Llantas.
Ah, bien. ¿Cómo se llama I need?
Necesito.
Ah, gracias. Yo necesito carro llantas.
Hombre, we don't just speak Spanish here, we speak English as well.
Specialty is branded title, insurance buybacks. Customers save thousands of dollars, get a newer car, lower miles. We hand pick every vehicle. We look at the before auction photos and we're transparent. We show our customers those before auction photos. It's 3 different inspections. We love to help people. Customer service is at the top for us. We strive to do our best. We want that customer coming back. That's the exciting and the motivating thing for me and for the dealership.
At altitude, the air is thinner, the view is clearer, and the stakes are higher. Here at the University of Utah, possibility doesn't wait for permission. It fuels breakthroughs in heart health. It reimagines reality around the world. It shapes policy and fuels discovery. It drives artistic freedom, inspiring creators and enriching our culture. From the beating heart of Salt Lake City, across the nation and beyond, this is Impact at Altitude.
Welcome to Sugar House Furniture, where we've been selling solid wood furniture at affordable prices for over 30 years. Whether you need a single piece or an entire room, find what you're looking for at Sugar House Furniture, your Mission Furniture specialist.
This is the Sugar House Furniture Halftime Report.
Welcome back. Jenna Fink joined along Dave Nellis to present this week's America First Credit Union Scholar Athlete, and she is a star. Dempsey Bradshaw, a three-sport athlete, lettered in volleyball, cross country, and track, and a school record holder in the 800-meter and 4x800-meter relay. And you're not done yet, right? You have more goals. What motivates you to keep breaking records?
I love running. It brings me so much joy, and I just always want to be the best version of myself. And so if I can continue breaking records and pushing myself, like, that's what I want to do, and my determination is going to get me there.
You're a 4.0 student in the classroom and graduating with an associate's degree. That's incredible, graduating with an associate's degree. What are you studying, and what do you hope to do with that education?
I'm hoping to be a social worker. That's what I'm mostly taking classes for right now. I just want to help people, and I think I have a good chance of doing something good in social work.
What are your goals after high school, or what are your plans?
I want to run for a D1 college and further my education and then become a mom.
You've accomplished so much personally, but you're also really big in giving back to the community as a tutor and volunteering. Why do you have a passion for that?
I feel like just like when I'm running, it's just a lot of focus on me, and so I like to take time away from that to be able to like help other people, because it's good to balance, like taking care of yourself but also helping others.
Dave, she's really a do-it-all girl.
She is awesome. Talking to the principal and the AD, they said, Dave, you picked the right girl, and I know that we did. She's just awesome. I love being able to get to know the family and get to know Mom, and Mom tells you those awesome little secrets. And Dempsey is one of those girls that is disciplined, in her diet, in her sleep, in her actions. She does what's necessary, and I know why she's successful, because she envisions the outcome. She focuses, she dreams about winning, and she does. She's a winner. And so, Dempsey, I just want to say on behalf of America First, you embody everything that this program is about. You're good on the track, you're good in the classroom, you're good in your community, and so on behalf of America First, we're excited to name you as our Thursday Night Lights Scholar Athlete of the Week. So way to go, girl.
Thank you.
Congratulations to our America First Credit Union Scholar Athlete of the Week. We'll be right back.
It's time to choose Performance Automotive. And this summer, you can lease a 2026 Honda CR-V LX for just $290 per month for 36 months. Visit Performance Honda in Bountiful to find out more. Honda, just one more reason to choose performance.
McGee's Stamp and Trophy is Utah's #1 awards and engraving company. McGee's will help you brand your business and recognize the people who make it a success. McGee's has a passion for excellence that will make your accolades more meaningful. From custom-cut acrylics and crystal awards to framing, engraving, and sports memorabilia. If you can dream it, we can achieve it. Let McGee's take care of all of your awards and recognition needs. McGee's Stamp and Trophy in Orem, American Fork, and Salt Lake City.
Interstate Image specializes in car wraps, business vehicle wraps, vinyl wall, and window decals that promote your business. Interstate Image is the only 3M Master Certified graphics installation company in the state of Utah with the best guarantee in the industry. Let our design team customize your image and handle your project from start to finish. Give us a call at 801-977-9979 or go to interstateimage.com to learn more and get a free estimate.
You never know how life's best adventures might begin. Our closest friends can often come by surprise. Our favorite memories are shaped by the experiences we share. Our brightest moments happen when someone believes in us. See yourself in a brilliant future at Weber State.
It's time to choose Performance Automotive. And this summer, you can lease a 2026 Honda Accord LX sedan for just $225 per month for 36 months. Visit Performance Honda in Bountiful to find out more. Honda, just one more reason to choose performance.
Welcome back to Syracuse High School, where the Titans are dominating Granger right now. 52-0 is your score here at halftime. Time to take a look at our first half highlights, brought to you by America First Credit Union, where members come first. And Leisure White got things going on the ground with his legs. The quarterback with a little keeper here. A little fake in the backfield, and he gets to the sideline, and he is gone for the touchdown. It's the first score of the game for Syracuse, and they were just getting started. Scrambling out, White throws deep into the end zone. Isaac Edwards with a back shoulder catch, another touchdown there. Defensively, coming up with a safety. There's 2 points for the Syracuse defense. And then White going to Caleb Hall. That's a big touchdown for the man who is headed to the University of Utah. Gil Prom coming off a big game last week, over 100 yards, and he's got 93 yards the first half of this game, including this touchdown in the second quarter. And they are just dominating on offense. 7 touchdown drives for the Syracuse Titans. They are absolutely dominating as you take a look at the first half numbers, and the biggest one really in the rushing category. A lot of sacks. Give credit to that Syracuse defense. Minus 21 is the rushing total for Granger in this game, and 180 yards on the ground for Syracuse. And you take a look at the starting position as far as field position is concerned. For Granger, it's their own 18-yard line, and there's been a huge advantage for Syracuse. The average starting position for their drives, the opponent's 45. So a lot of work to do in the second half. We'll detail some of the rules as far as the scores are concerned and running clock and whether the game gets terminated at a certain point. We'll get into all of that when we return. Third quarter action is coming up. Stay right here. Thursday Night Lights brought to you by America First Credit Union, where members come first.
This halftime report was brought to you by Sugar House Furniture.
A new mattress from RC Willey can transform your guest room, along with bedroom furniture and the finishing touches. Get it all here and treat your guests right.
Talking about mental health can be hard, but it doesn't need to be. Maybe it's a friend, maybe it's a partner, maybe it's you struggling with sadness or addiction or suicidal thoughts. It doesn't make you less, and with the right help, it can get better. Together, 2 News and Promise to Live want to help you start conversations, make a commitment, and save lives. So come on, Utah, let's talk with an eye on mental health.
Eye on Mental Health is sponsored by Merit Medical.
Who would like to start today?
I'm Ben, and I was once underachieving. But today, thanks to America First Credit Union, I'm 18 months earning.
That's easy for you to say, man. You're big money. I got doodled on.
Hey, all money is big money at America First, right?
Yes, we are.
Get your money working. For a limited time, new members get a cash bonus when they open a checking account.
For 50 years, Salt Lake City's Greek Festival has brought our community together with the food, the dancing, and the great times. Don't miss the 50th anniversary celebration, located next to Holy Trinity Cathedral in downtown Salt Lake City. Celebrate Greek heritage with authentic food, live music, traditional dancing, sweet pastries, family fun, and all things Greek. Then come inside to see the beautiful century-old cathedral and historic Hellenic Museum. Join us September 11th through the 13th for food, faith, family, and philoxenia at the 50th Annual Greek Festival.
Welcome to Southern Utah University. With the world's best backyard, SUU is a place built on tradition, yet always moving forward. We're a community of doers, and you can feel it the minute you step on campus. The collaborative energy, the supportive mentorship, and the sense of belonging. It's the practical, hands-on experience that builds your confidence, taking you from the classroom to your career. This is where you soar. Learn more at suu.edu.
New appliances from RC Willey can modernize your kitchen, along with bar stools, a dining table, and chairs. It's all here, except for the menu.
I'm here. All right. We're back, Syracuse High School, and Syracuse leading the game 52-0. I think we're waiting for Foxy to get back. I apologize. I was doing a little glad handing down here in the Mac Shack. You know, the Mac Shack, it kind of just attracts people. You know, they see the Mac Shack, and they come over here, and they know about Mr. Mac and the suit specials and all of those things. Mr. Mac has been around now for 60 years. And so all of these things are going on here, but now it's time to send it to Game Day, brought by the U of U. Okay.
Welcome to Syracuse High, home of the Titans. It's game day! It's game day here at Syracuse. We've been waiting all year for this. First home game of the season. Bring the curse on top. Let's go!
Here at Syracuse High, our school spirit is unmatched. Check out our Instagram at SyracuseStudentGov. We're the class of 27. Let's make it a great year. Titans for life.
Celebrate 20 years of Syracuse High. We're bringing back March of the Titans. It's a wonderful fundraiser. Come celebrate with us.
We want to thank the University of Utah for hanging out with us on game day. Go Utes! We're the Syracuse cheer team. We're so excited for our first home game tonight. We can't wait to cheer on our Titans. We just won our first national championship last season. We're hoping to go back-to-back. We're so excited for this comp season. See you at Nationals. Titan Cheer is hosting our first ever golf tournament this year. Show up on October 3rd for food, prizes, and a good time. We've got a great halftime show tonight. We've been working super hard on it. Make sure to show up and show out.
I'm a crazy Titan! I'm a crazy Titan! Going to the top! We're going to the top! We're going down!
High school, University High School game day. A presentation put together by our Matt Smith, who does a great job.
I may never say this ever again, but give me less crowd noise and more Dave Fox. More Dave Fox in my ear and less crowd noise. That's a better mix.
There we go.
All right.
Whew, got a headache. Look at that moon.
Isn't that beautiful?
You know there's a man on the moon.
Is the moon hollow?
Yes.
Is it really?
It's got chocolate inside of it.
I'll tell you, it depends on what my YouTube algorithm is feeding me at any given time.
Yeah,
whether I'm convinced that the moon is hollow, it's made of cheese,
yeah,
or it's like like you said, there's a man up there somewhere.
Yeah, that's what the movies all taught us. A lemma. If you're a lemma, what do you tell your team at halftime?
Well, I think exactly what he told Jenna as he was going into halftime, which is, hey, we understood coming into this that this is going to be tough, what we're going through. But I was just talking to some alums from Granger, and they've had a proud history over the years. Now, Fahu Tahi came out of that program.
Yep.
But there's guys that are watching the Granger program in this rebuild process, and they understand what the first few weeks, the preseason is like. When they get into region play, there's going to be a moment when they're going to look back and say, man, I'm really glad we took some lumps in that preseason. Now, these lumps are hard. You're going to have to keep the guys' spirits up. You look at their sideline, and it's trim over there. They got 42 guys on this roster, so they don't have a lot of depth. But you got to rally together as a group, and come the end of the season, this is going to be one of those years where it's like, man, we didn't win a lot of games, especially as we got beat up early on. But man, our team came together, and there's some young players on this team. Makoni, the quarterback, he's a sophomore. Kingston Patolo, who's got 91 receiving yards in the first half, he's a junior. You got a couple of sophomores on the offensive line. So there's a learning process that is happening right now that is critical to the progress that they're hoping to make, but that is happening right now. So that's the message that Alemateo is telling to his group in the locker room at halftime.
Well, here we go, second half underway, and they've, as you mentioned, 11. They don't have a lot of players over there, but
they don't have enough. They don't have enough players on the field right now.
Wow.
So they got to get one more guy out there.
There's probably a few guys playing out of position here and there. All right, here we go. First down. Oh, how about the big run off that left side? And Havili. Oh, Moa Havili rumbling for the touchdown. Are you kidding me?
That right there was worth waiting around to see. Moa Havili is actually listed as a running back. He's playing tackle, but they line him up in the backfield. They hand the ball to him. They say, just run wild, big man. And Moa Havili will not be stopped. Does a great job at the end protecting the ball, does not get it knocked out, and gets to the end zone. That was something.
6'3", 290-pounder, headed to BYU. You think Kalani Sitake will let him run that play?
I hope so. I told you I was talking to Kate Uluave last week, who was a former running back in high school at Mountain Ridge. I said, do you ever tell them to give you the ball? He's like, I'm working on it. I'm working on the goal line package. Can you imagine Kate Uluave and Moa Havili in the backfield in like a power play, a heavy set type of formation? I would love to see that.
It's hilarious. The fridge point after, and they're able to not execute that.
Well, another thing to work on right there.
52-6.
That's all right.
Jenna, how about that touchdown from Havili?
How about that? That's something that Coach Teo talked about. We could be seeing him more on offense in this game, and something that he was excited about coming into the season was the potential to play on offense. And Coach Teo says that he is so explosive off the ball, perhaps more than anyone that he's ever seen, and the amount of weight that he put on in such a short amount of time when Coach Teo took over this program. He gained like 23 pounds in an 8-week span, and that's when the offers started to pile up, including his dream school of BYU.
Wow, well, he quadrupled last week's effort offensively, Jenna. He had 4 carries for 19 yards. He just went 80 on that one and knocked over some people like they were bowling pins on the way. That was a lot of fun to see.
That's a heavy diet of pisupo and
is that what helps you?
And Popo. It's like, keep feeding me, I'll take it all.
Yeah. You need me to gain weight? No problem.
I got my mom, my aunties will make sure we're gaining weight over here.
I got you.
How about that, man? That was like a true former rugby star right there.
Yeah.
Reminded me of a former Highland Ram, Halote Ngata.
Ngata, yeah. An assistant coach now at Olympus. His son plays for Olympus. Well, let's see how Syracuse responds to that. KO Prom. So dangerous.
That puts Prom well over 100 yards total offense. Now he had 90-plus yards on the ground in the first half.
Let's take a look at the players who watched from the first half of Lemma for that Syracuse offense, and you'll see those numbers right now.
There's a look at Ledger White's numbers, both on the ground and in the air. Those are his numbers through the air, but he also had a long touchdown run. Parker Moffitt, 2 targets, 2 catches, 25 yards. And there's Brom's numbers, 93 yards on the ground, a couple of touchdowns.
18 per carry.
That's a nice average right there.
And you're right about Ledger, Alema. He had 77 yards rushing to go with his passing yards in the first half and a touchdown. So there they go. And Syracuse is not holding back. They cross midfield. Take a look at our players to watch for the defense of Granger.
There's Moa Havili. He's got 1 solo tackle. Patolo, 1 tackle. He also had the interception. He had the 91 yards on offense and the interception on defense. Vehikite with 4 tackles from his defensive back position.
Well, Patolo really making his mark on offense. 91 yards receiving in this game. Riker Farr has a Next Gen Motors first down, built on trust, driven by you, Next Gen Motor.
Nice job there by this Syracuse offensive line for all of the backfield and at the wide receiver positions. They've really got explosive specialty and backfield players that can get work done.
This is Valentino Peterson in at quarterback now. I don't know if White's day is done, but Peterson is in there. He's just a freshman, 6 foot, 170-pound freshman, already getting an opportunity to play.
Well, we talked about Kale Prom last year as a freshman getting an opportunity to play for this Syracuse team, and Peterson, it's nothing better than being able to be a freshman and get some varsity reps. So good for him. great opportunity here.
Now he gets to throw it. Pass is caught, and first down yardage. So the youngster comes out and makes a couple plays, and I have a feeling we're going to start seeing a lot of new numbers in there at this point of the game.
Yeah, another first down for Syracuse as they continue to move the chains here. And again, so everybody understands the rules, this whole third quarter, well, the rest of the game, because they were up by 52 at halftime going into the third quarter, that's a 35-point advantage plus.
52 of the defense. 5-yard penalty. First down.
So that will indicate a running clock for the rest of the game here.
Yeah, you see the clock is running now, and normally that would be stopped on a penalty.
If we get to the fourth quarter, or when we get to the fourth quarter, I should say.
Yeah, let's hope we get there.
If it's still a 45-point advantage, then the game will be called at the end of the third.
There's the rule there you see on your screen. And not much doing here on.
And if you're Granger, you're well aware of all of these rules, right? You get it. So
yeah, there's some pride involved.
There is pride involved, and what you're teaching as far as your culture is concerned at Granger High School right now is that you play until the final whistle, whenever that is. But you don't stop playing until that happens. So I would expect a full effort from Granger, which we're seeing on that play right there.
Screen is cut down, so back-to-back plays with no gain. Carson Lake on the reception.
Kite coming up and making the stop. Nice read from his defensive back position.
So they're going to throw it on 3rd and long and go into the end zone and just misses Lake. And he had his man beat.
He had about a step and a half on his defender on that play. That ball just a little bit too far outside.
You know, it's interesting. There's another Thursday game tonight. It's at Skyview. And that rule that we just talked about was invoked as Morgan beat Skyview 47-0, and the game ended after 3 quarters. It just ended. And again, Peterson's pass, did he catch that? Incomplete. Are they going to give it to him? Incomplete. So they're off the field. But
so you take the wins, right? You get that long touchdown run from Moahavili. Your defense comes out and gets a stop. Like, these are all things that you can build on.
It's time for the Poke, Pass, and Kick Challenge, brought to you by America's First Credit Union.
Catch highlights from tonight's game and more from across the country at Friday Night Rivals on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok, and Friday Night Rivals on X.
A new mattress from RC Willey can transform your guest room, along with bedroom furniture and the finishing touches. Get it all here and treat your guests right.
The challenges of college are easier to overcome when you're embraced by community. Surrounded by beauty. Inspired by quality. And empowered by opportunity. It's all here at Weber State. Find your brilliance.
New appliances from RC Willey can modernize your kitchen, along with bar stools, a dining table, and chairs. It's all here, except for the menu.
Ledger White, I play quarterback at Syracuse High, and I'm actually a scratch golfer.
No, you're not. That's a lie.
Yo, okay, I'm a 4 handicap.
Yeah.
Oh, Ledger padding the stats.
There's nothing like, you know me, because I round up everything.
He was rounding up.
He was rounded up. I think he's an offensive player. He's a quarterback. He's going to round up those numbers. And, you know, a 4 handicap is nothing to be embarrassed or ashamed about.
Right. Hey, player cards are brought to you by Weber State University. Build the future you want to see. And what a game for Ledger. In fact, we're going to go ahead and name him our top performer of the game. Just one more reason to choose Performance of Bountiful, our top performer of the game. And as we look at his highlights, I'll tell you 160 yards passing with 4 touchdowns and 77 yards rushing.
Well, he's already had a full slate of highlights in the first half of this game, including the first touchdown by breaking this one off. And he's off to the races down the sideline for the score, but also being able to pick up first downs and then put the ball on the money. Does right here. He finds Isaac Edwards for the score. A little back shoulder toss. Get it deep this time and throw it right into the waiting hands of Caleb Hall. And he's running straight to the University of Utah with that ball.
Well, while we were showing you that was more impressive than the 2 plays we just saw. They have lost about 15 yards, and it's now 3rd and long.
There'll be a face mask penalty. There'll be an advantage for Granger on this. We'll see where the ball is spotted. I think that Ledger White might be voted most likely to appear as a Disney prince. The Magic Kingdom. What do you think? I don't think the Ledger White with that little goatee thing that he's got going on.
Well, he was showing it off
like a Disney
too.
prince.
Yeah. I will go with that, especially the animated ones, the cartoons. They always show that. Oh, deep ball and double. This shows you the respect they have for Kingston Patolo when they double covered him, and the pass wasn't there anyway.
Yeah, you'd have to be stupid not to recognize that Patolo is a dangerous receiver at 6'1", 175, and 91 yards accrued in the first half of this game on, I believe, just 3 catches for those 91 yards.
He actually has 4, but your point is well taken.
Yeah, Tautaina now really handling the quarterback duties for Granger.
And well read on the outside.
They've really done a nice job diagnosing those passes behind the line of scrimmage, and not sure, got a little cramping situation for Patolo now.
Got another interesting number for you, Lemma, from Tyson Ewing. All 6 of the Syracuse penalties, they have 6 penalties. Every one of them have been 15-yarders. That's why they have 90 yards in penalties.
I don't know if you mentioned this on the air or not, but we were talking about the rules when it comes to the score. And if this game, which it will, go to the 4th quarter with this same score, then the game will be called in the 4th. And that already happened once in the other game.
Yeah, tonight.
Right, tonight. I can't remember if you said that on air or not.
We got it.
Talking off air.
We got a minute to go. We'll be back.
America First Credit Union's Thursday Night Lights is brought to you by Next Gen Motors, Weber State, Sunbelt Rentals, and McGee's Trophies.
The best tamales in Salt Lake. Handmade, hot, and authentic. Before you hit the road for those summer road trips, stop by Victor's. For the other thing you need, tamales and tires. Solo en Victor's.
Hey guys, did you know that America First Credit Union is Utah's #1 auto lender? And if you finance a vehicle right now, you don't have to make a payment for 90 days. So it's the perfect time to get your teen in a vehicle, or maybe you upgrade your family's ride. And with America First's flexible options, competitive rates, and unbeatable service, you're gonna get a lot more mileage out of your money.
Yeah, we know.
Hey man, you good? Alema.
The best tamales in Salt Lake. Handmade, hot, and authentic. Before you hit the road for those summer road trips, stop by Victor's. For the other thing you need, tamales and tires. Solo en Victor's.
I'm Olivai Pula.
left guard and nose tackle. I'm 16 years old, and I forgot my pads.
Oh my gosh. That's classic.
The funny thing is that he had to mention that because otherwise you would have thought, no, he's got pads on. Like that. That is a huge 16-year-old. Mulivai Pula is 6'4", 350 pounds.
He's a big one.
At 16 years old.
All right, this Syracuse, there's a flag in the backfield. This might be coming back. Syracuse defense, Alema, 13 tackles for loss.
Personal foul, face mask. Granger, 15-yard penalty. Replay fourth down.
4 sacks.
Face mask, number 5.
63 yards lost. 2 fumble recoveries, an interception. They have been as busy as the offense. Because the offensive scoring drives, they've had 69 yards, 67 yards, 54 yards, 35 yards. I mean, just on and on.
Yeah, equally impressive with the touchdown drives. The longest touchdown drive was 4 plays. You see the face mask right here. There's a handful of face masks right there. That was an easy call by the officiating crew on Ethan Sam. That didn't look malicious by any means. Sometimes your hand just gets out there and catches the face mask, but an easy call for the officiating crew.
That's a tough one. You look at the 2 different sidelines here, and everything just worked for Syracuse the entire game, and it's still working even now.
Yeah, and if you're a Granger fan, I think you gotta like what you're seeing from this group. The determination, the perseverance, like that part is more important than the score right now.
No, another high snap and trouble, and it's just safety unless they're going to let him get away with an incomplete pass.
I think they're going to let him get away. There was a receiver that the official is looking for a flag, but there was a player in the area. They're going to call it an incomplete pass. Maybe a little bit of mercy right here.
There's no foul. The result of the play is an incomplete pass. There was a receiver in the area.
Ruling on the field is an incomplete pass and a turnover.
Yeah, I think you're right. They're being generous there.
We got 39 seconds effectively remaining in this game, and for Granger, they're going to get this thing figured out with the snap. Like, I can promise you that is going to be a focus over the course of the next week is that center quarterback exchange. They've had several plays in this game that were problematic from that regard.
And I'm going to assume Mitch Tulane's is going to run this out and let this game end. So it only took us 3 games in to see that new rule, and it happened twice in the same night as Morgan beat Skyview 47-0, and Syracuse is going to beat Granger 52-6, and that's going to end the game. So work to be done for the Lancers, but what a night for Syracuse. And when we come back, Jenna Fink is going to have this team with her and award them our Thursday Night Lights Championship trophy. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll set up tomorrow's game and wrap up this one on America First Credit Union's Thursday Night Lights.
It's time to choose Performance Automotive. And this summer, you can lease a 2026 Honda CR-V LX for just $290 per month for 36 months. Visit Performance Honda in Bountiful to find out more. Honda, just one more reason to choose performance.
The Funds Visa debit card from America First Credit Union is an awesome way to help your kids learn to manage their money. Funds works like any America First Credit Union debit card, and kids can personalize it with Picture Perfect or add it to the affinity card of their favorite team. And you can link their account to yours so you can make deposits and track savings and spending.
So help set your kids up for financial success. Head to AmericaFirst.com.
At altitude, the air is thinner, the view is clearer, and the stakes are higher. Here at the University of Utah, possibility doesn't wait for permission. It fuels breakthroughs in heart health. It reimagines reality around the world. It shapes policy and fuels discovery. It drives artistic freedom, inspiring creators and enriching our culture. From the beating heart of Salt Lake City, across the nation and beyond, this is Impact at Altitude.
Specialty is branded title, insurance buybacks. Customers save thousands of dollars, get a newer car, lower miles. We handpick every vehicle. We look at the before auction photos, and we're transparent. We show our customers those before auction photos. It's 3 different inspections. We love to help people. Customer service is at the top for us. We strive to do our best. We want that customer coming back. That's the exciting and the motivating thing for me and for the dealership.
It's time to choose Performance Automotive. And this summer, you can lease a 2026 Honda Accord LX sedan for just $225 per month for 36 months. Visit Performance Honda in Bountiful to find out more. Honda, just one more reason to choose performance.
Well, we are back, and what a hefty win for the Syracuse Titans. And Alema, this team looked awfully good tonight. A couple of good-looking skill players, including Ledger White. What a night for that young man.
Well, White was fantastic, both on the ground and, of course, through the air. And all of the weapons were taking advantage of Moffitt, Hall, Edwards, Prom. They all had big games on the offensive side. And then the defense came through with flying colors as well for this Syracuse squad. So coming off that close loss last week to Woods Cross, this was a nice bounce-back game for the Titans.
Well, normally we have Frank down there getting ready to be mobbed, but now Jenna Fink gets her first chance to experience our post-game celebration, and she is with the Syracuse team and their head coach, Mitch Tulane. Jenna? Take it away, Jenna.
Hey, Coach, first win of the season in your home opener. You wanted the team to start fast, 31 points in the first quarter, and you never looked back.
Yeah, they did exactly what we wanted to do. They executed the game plan. Everything we saw on film, we wanted to exploit, and they did a great job executing.
Quarterback Ledger White had 4 touchdowns, 3 through the air for the second straight week. You talked about the progress that he made in the summer working on Saturday mornings. How cool is it to see it come to fruition in the game?
Yeah, that's just a testament to all the hard work he put in over the offseason. He worked his tail off all year long, and he's improved as a passer. He was a good passer last year, but he's taken the steps forward to be our QB1.
And how about the defense? Locked down a shutout in the first half, only gave up that 1 touchdown. What impressed you the most about your defense?
We just were sound. We got back to playing our style of defense. When we can fly around, we have as many athletes as we do. They just made plays and did their job.
All right, well, without further ado, it is time to present you guys the Thursday Night Light champions. Congratulations.
Never fails.
Nope.
Never fails. That was awesome. Well, wow. That was a wild one.
Wild indeed.
Yeah. Well, tomorrow it's going to be interesting, Alema, because we have the #1 team in the nation, according to USA Today, IMG Academy. And they, of course, are out of Florida. They've put a lot of good players in the NFL. And we'll see what they've got tomorrow for Lone Peak. That's tomorrow night.
That'll be a good one. I'm looking forward to that. I'm interested. There's been some injuries for Lone Peak, and to get some details on who's available and those kinds of things. But one thing that we know about Bart Brockbank and his group, they'll be ready to play.
That they will. So be sure and join us for that. Thank you, everybody, for joining us tonight. Thanks to our entire Pure Broadcasting crew, our producer tonight, Caden Coons, our director, Ken Coons, and our technical director, Johnny Green, Josh Sponberg, putting all the fonts on the screen that you see, and Tyson Ewing and his staff taking care of stats for us as well. Thanks for joining us tonight, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow night for Friday Night Rivals from Lone Peak. Good night.
Welcome to Sugar House Furniture, where we've been selling solid wood furniture at affordable prices for over 30 years. Whether you need a single piece or an entire room, find what you're looking for at Sugar House Furniture, your Mission Furniture specialist.
I'll give you a few moments.
This place is really nice.
Yeah, looks like they have some great options.
Kids have the cash they need, right when they need it, with the Funds Visa debit card from America First.
The best tamales in Salt Lake. Handmade, hot, and authentic. Before you hit the road for those summer road trips, stop by Victor's. For the other thing you need, tamales and tires. Solo en Victor's.
McGee's Stamp and Trophy is Utah's #1 awards and engraving company. McGee's will help you brand your business and recognize the people who make it a success. McGee's has a passion for excellence that will make your accolades more meaningful. From custom cut acrylics and crystal awards to framing, engraving, and sports memorabilia. If you can dream it, we can achieve it. Let McGee's take care of all of your awards and recognition needs. McGee's Stamp and Trophy in Orem, American Fork, and Salt Lake City.
Welcome to Southern Utah University. With the world's best backyard, SUU is a place built on tradition, yet always moving forward. We're a community of doers, and you can feel it the minute you step on campus. The collaborative energy, the supportive mentorship, and the sense of belonging. It's the practical, hands-on experience that builds your confidence, taking you from the classroom to your career. This is where you soar. Learn more at suu.edu.
Specialty is branded title, insurance buybacks. Customers save thousands of dollars. Get a newer car, lower miles. We hand pick every vehicle. We look at the before auction photos and we're transparent. We show our customers those before auction photos. It's 3 different inspections. We love to help people. Customer service is at the top for us. We strive to do our best. We want that customer coming back. That's the exciting and the motivating thing for me and for the dealership.
Jeff's back is sore. Let's go! Ice. Hot. Ice works fast, heat makes it last. Icy hot, just so back.
You are assigned to labor in the Japan Tokyo North.
From the announcement to your first fitting, we've been with you from the start. Every new mile walked, every new language learned, the changes you make and the changes you bring. We love helping you prepare for the next chapter and hearing your stories when you return. So here's to more happy goodbyes and tearful reunions. Thank you for taking us with you.
Welcome to Sugar House Furniture, where we've been selling solid wood furniture at affordable prices for over 30 years. Whether you need a single piece or an entire room, find what you're looking for at Sugar House Furniture, your Mission Furniture specialist.
LA Rams preseason football, only on KJazz 14.
KJazz will now join the following program already in progress.
First, you get hit by psoriasis. And now, you get hit again. This time by joint pain. It's a double whammy. It could be psoriatic arthritis, a chronic inflammatory disease that attacks your joints on the inside and your skin on the outside. If you've been hit by, find out more about psoriatic arthritis at doublewhammy.com and talk to your doctor.
I hate that she's getting older. So we've been discussing where I should live next. The expert advisors at A Place for Mom helped us find a senior community that she loves. And I get to live near my daughter. I love you.
Oh, I love you more.
When Panera does bevs, they just sip better. Tropical dragon fruit goodness, passion fruit pick-me-ups, Fresca flavors that feel like the cherry on top. Real fruit, real good flavor, only at Panera.
The box is the most powerful thing ever created. It's a gateway to other realities. and other versions of us. I just want you and Charlie to be safe.
Even if we find a perfect world, another one of you will find us.
Can this be right? 13 Jason Dessons? This one, he's the one you want.
Oh, looks good. Get ready for season 2 of the Apple TV series Dark Matter.
Join us now in studio is Jimmy Simpson.
Hey.
Come on now.
That looks so cool, man, and it's shot so, like, in a very cool, creepy kind of way. What can you probably can't say much, but what can you tell us about this new season?
Well, I guess season 1 was kind of about like, well, what if this happens? And season 2 is like, now what the hell do they do? Yeah. You know, it's really just you buckle up. You already know the amusement park you're in, and now the rides start going crazy.
Fun.
Yeah.
But for you, Ryan Holder, for your character, what are we going to say?
You're going to see Ryan, who was really a victim in the first season, you know, being thrown into another dimension, into another universe. He's now in it. He is now journeying throughout the multiverses and trying to save people as well as himself.
Now, for those who may not be familiar, it's like you're living in an alternate reality, right? Or how would you describe it best?
I'd probably describe it as it's like It's a Wonderful Life, but with less Jimmy Stewart, a little more kidnapping, and a lot more quantum physics.
Okay.
Yeah. So
less Jimmy Stewart, more Jimmy Simpson.
Yeah. It kind of tackles that age-old human worry, fear of, wait, did I make the right choice? Should I have said no to the job? Should I have had the child or not have the child? And now I'm here and I'm regretting and I'm wondering. And this show gives you the opportunity to dive back in and actually get to that other universe that held you.
Wow, that's cool.
The other version of you.
Original.
Yeah.
If you could
Blake
actually...
Crouch is the writer, excuse me, but he wrote the novel. He's also our showrunner and our writer, and his brain is huge.
He's immersed in this world.
Yes.
Yeah.
What a brain he's got.
Yeah.
The writing on this show is incredible. I was going to say, if you yourself could immerse yourself into the box of Dark Matter, an alternate universe, alternate reality, what would you choose?
I'd probably like to see the version of me that has returned all of his emails, actually. I want to know what that guy's like. I'm really curious.
Who's that guy?
Yeah, what is he like? I bet he's so put together.
What's really cool is that you get to work on this show, and then you go to a whole nother world with a zombie apocalypse.
Oh, Dead City.
Right, in Dead City. Yeah. I mean, where do you shoot the first show, by the way? Where do you shoot...
Dark Matter is Chicago, and that's the one of the most
you get to stay in the States.
Stay in Chicago, and Chicago is a huge character in it. So all the different versions of Chicago in all these multiverses.
Got it. And then you're in Atlanta for Dead City, right?
Dead City is actually is in Boston. We shoot that in Boston because Dead City is referring to New York City. So we shoot New York for Boston, Boston for New York.
Yeah, yeah.
And you know, Boston is blown out New York in a lot of ways. So so we shoot it over there.
Well, you're in cool areas.
Oh yeah, because Walking Dead was in
Walking Dead.
Exactly. The flagship was over there. You're dead on with that.
My whole family was born in Sonoy, Georgia, so we were very excited when y'all came down there.
Chicago and Boston. So wintertime it gets a little cold.
Yeah, it
for
does.
Both of those.
It does. It was
there.
frigid, and some of those days, they must have somehow like digitally taken out the steam coming out of our mouth.
Yeah.
But it was a blast.
I bet.
Yeah, Jeffrey Dean Morgan and we worked together 20 years ago briefly, and so it was a real homecoming for us. And the whole cast was just amazing.
And it's the Walking Dead universe. How is Dead City sort of a spun off from that?
It's everybody finds their way to this island protected by water. So maybe that's the place where we could finally have a safe life as humans. And there is Jeffrey Dean Morgan. So he and I play best pals in this. We find each other in one scene, and in the next scene, we're thick as thieves. We go through it, we make each other laugh. We got a lot of space to kind of improvise with our own little personal touches. The scripts were brilliant, but it allowed room. We were just so connected right away, just like a love fest. So we just really embellished our two characters with our own love of each other.
That's awesome.
What makes Dillard tick?
Dillard.
I love the name.
So Dillard, whereas most folks in the Walking Dead universe see a walker and grab a weapon, Dillard's more like, let's try some active listening and figure out what these guys are looking for. So yeah, he has an approach to the walkers that's very different than any other character in Walking Dead history.
Wow.
Yeah, he brings them in. Yeah, he knows that they're wild animals that want to kill you, but they're true to that, and he doesn't trust humans as much. Humans are liars, and these
Something
guys.
to be said
I know
for that.
exactly. What'd you say?
Something to be said for
exactly.
that.
He's a thinker.
You know what
He's
you're
working
getting.
through that. Yeah.
But when you said thinker, you went like that. And that's appropriate. He's this kind of a thinker.
Yeah.
And Jimmy, this is cool. You're also working on a new legal drama.
Yeah.
Right? With Elizabeth Moss.
Elizabeth Moss. What a
That's
peach.
awesome. Tell us about Conviction.
Conviction. Well, David Shore came up with the idea, great writer, and I worked with him on House. He created House, which was a beautiful show.
Yeah.
So Conviction is about Lizzie Moss, and she's a lawyer, and Conviction, she's trying to solve a murder case while being pursued and actively threatened by someone to expose her own past. And so it's a beautiful kind of dovetailing of saving others while saving oneself.
Yeah.
You've got what we call range.
Oh,
Here we go.
come on now.
And who do you play in this?
In this, I play Wade and...
Wait, Wade, Dillard, and was he...
Ryan, Wade, Dillard. I play some really strange character names. So Wade is, hey, listen, he's on trial. Did he murder his wife or not? That's one of the big questions of Conviction.
Where do you shoot this one at?
This New York City.
Oh, New
So
York.
I go back home because I used to live
areas.
there, and so it's great. I get back home. My mom's in Jersey. Get to see her.
Oh, that's
Get to
great.
see some Broadway plays. My friend Laurie Metcalf got to see her in Death of a Salesman. It was just, it's been a blessing, really.
And then you just wrote your first horror called Slay in all your free time, which is nice. What is this about?
Slay is, well, the tagline is "Go viral or die trying," and it's about a young lady played by Zoe Luna who gives a great performance, who is really coming up as an influencer and is turning into an actor. And she goes to celebrate with her friends in a cabin. Look at me, I'm turning the page. I'm becoming even bigger. And even though she's lost touch with some of her best friends, they're there, and all those friendships have to be validated, cemented, or fall away, or die. Basically.
What was the inspiration for this?
Well, Zoe had a lot of input. She had some story, and I was writing for her. And Kira Gardner is the director, and she's new to narrative, but she knocked it out of the park. And M.K. Vandenberg produced us and made us all the way whole. So it was a real family group effort. We had a whole bunch of lovely people. There was no studio. It was just a group of sweet citizens who were like, I have a little money to give, and I want to see this through.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, it's
Jimmy,
really gorgeous.
you're so busy. What do you do to relax?
I like to read, and I like to hang out with my cats. And
How many cats do you have?
I have one, but she is my life.
And what's her name?
Her name is Peebs. She's a Tortie Tabby, and when those two breed, they create only females. So she's this little, and she's kind of a perma-kitty, so she kind of will always be small.
Wait, they create only females. How do they breed?
Torties and tabbies breed.
Oh, got it.
And then they always are female.
I was like, how does that happen?
It's in the dark
Define biology right there.
Exactly, it's from Dark Matter.
Tabbies are the best. They have the best disposition.
They really do. She just thinks she's a human, and she's just a little snuggle puss.
Well, thanks for coming on today.
Thank you.
Great to have you back going on. Yes.
You know, and thank you. You helped me. I just watched you raising when I was getting older, and you were just so great. You were my favorite character.
Oh, thanks,
and it was a pleasure to watch you and on Road Rules. It was just great.
Lord,
so this is a lovely little everything I was hoping for.
Hey, I love Jimmy Simpson.
Jimmy, you're not going anywhere. Next segment, stick around. Dark Matter Season 2 premieres globally on Friday, August 28th on Apple TV. We're right back, everybody.
That's great. Well, peptides are a hot topic right now, from weight loss drugs to breakthroughs in healing and anti-aging. It's hard to separate the hype from the science.
Well, join us now to help us understand this new frontier is a man who says peptides changed his life. Please welcome founder of Alpha Biome Industries, Trevor Kruder. Trevor, welcome to our studio.
Now, Trevor, this is fascinating because I have so many questions, but your journey didn't start in a lab or anything. It was from an injury.
Yeah. A lot of people back in the day, you all started that way because no one knew what these were. But I actually just popped the whole left side of my bicep head off the bone.
I did both of them.
Okay, so
look at this one and this one, both of them.
So they were going to do that surgery, and I was going to lose half the bicep because the guy's like, it was so bad. And I go, well, I want to get a second opinion. And I worked with a gentleman that owned a cancer research facility. He goes, I got something that you should try first. And I went to rehab for 6 weeks, and I was injecting mystery blank bottles in my arm. And 6 weeks later, the whole damn thing regrew. And I went back to the orthopedic surgeon. He goes, that's impossible. And that's where this whole idea sparked.
So is it too late for me?
Don't get me wrong. We might be able to work a little bit on that.
Well, everybody I know is talking about peptides and everything it does for them. And one thing you're saying, too, is that peptides help with fertility.
Yeah, but let's define peptides first. Because people let's define that first, please.
Yeah. So peptides are naturally forming in the body. You have 200,000 of these in you right now. Basically, they're amino acids, and if you grow them large enough, they turn into proteins. So you take BCAAs when you go to the gym, you'd have collagen, there's all these different proteins and molecules that are out there. These are the very small of the small. So they start at bioregulators 1, 2, 3, and then you get into peptides, polypeptides, and then larger than that, they get into proteins.
And what's the benefit of a peptide? Like, just take from me. Like, I'm a 56-year-old woman. What kind of peptides would be good for me?
So most women and most people that are in the anti-aging, they look at things like GHK-Cu is very popular. You're seeing a lot of topical skins. You can inject it as well. There's